Senior number 41, Johan Poland. The senior number 54, Levi Frank. A junior number 62, Dason Begay. The senior number 64, Garrett Jackson. The senior number 65, Amari Leclerc Jones. And his sophomore number 77, Jacob Bradenberg. The White Buffaloes are coached by Judd Stutzman, assisted by Andrew McConnell and Jerry Shaw.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you here tonight on another beautiful evening in Baker City. This is Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium you're seeing right now. It is homecoming for the Baker Bulldogs. And as you will notice here, the Bulldogs are getting ready to make their entrance on the right side of the screen. You see the Madras White Buffaloes there located right in front of you. The Madras White Buffaloes are coming in tonight with a 3-3 record, and the Bulldogs coming in with a 4-2 record. This is a league game in the new Special District 5. You'll see here the Bulldogs coming out on the field. As usual, their patented entrance of all in the name of team. The Buffaloes previously were introduced, and I'll get to their starters here in a second. But we want to welcome you again for coming in and joining us. Just a quick update, whether you're joining us on Baker Bulldog Nation on the Facebook page or on EO Alive TV on the Facebook page, I want to let you know if you're willing, chime in, let us know where you're watching from. If you got any questions, things like that, we'll try to make this as interactive as possible tonight. As you can hear, we're getting ready for the national anthem, so I'm going to turn it over and let you listen.
As we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
And with that, we are about 4 minutes from kickoff here. Let me talk to you real quick about the Madras White Buffaloes. You'll see the captain's going to head out and meet both the White Buffaloes and the Bulldogs. But the Madras White Buffaloes are a great team to watch. I think this is going to be a really fun game tonight. I expect a number of points scored, although I may end up regretting that. But both of these offenses love to throw the ball. The Madras White Buffaloes are going to come out in a bit of a spread offense. They're looking to throw the ball the vast majority of the time. They almost dare you to stop them throwing the ball. So they will come out often with a 3 wide receiver set, sometimes even 4, and they will go to 5 at times as well. The Bulldogs, on the flip side of that, will look to throw the ball, but they like to set it up with the run game. We're going to see Caden Garvin getting the start here for the Bulldogs at running back tonight. Last week, he ran it for 12 times for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both of those touchdowns came in the first half, a 46-yarder and a 2-yard punch in. The captains there for the White Buffaloes, you can see number 44, Skytus Smith. Number 25, James Lang. And number 10, Eli Boyle. And finally, number 4, Tyler Clarkson. For the Bulldogs, the captains are senior David Shaw, senior Jacob Mills, junior Hudson Spike, and I believe that's senior Tate Powell. The Madras White Buffaloes today made about a 4.5-hour journey from Jefferson County, right in the center of the state. They're located about 30 minutes just north of Redmond on 97, or if you come from Prineville, about 35 minutes northwest of Prineville on 26. You can get to Madras from Baker just by taking 26 all the way there, or you can go 84 over the top and then come on down as such. But they made the trip. We are glad to have them. Any Madras fans out there joining us, we are glad you are here for tonight's game. My name is Jesse Taub. It is an honor to be here with you guys tonight. You'll see the captains just finishing up their toss. Let's see. Might have missed who was kicking off, but we'll get to that in a sec.
Today's referees.
The quarterback for the Madras Buffaloes is going to be number 9, Drew Boyle. He's a senior, 6'1", 187. This guy can run the offense. He's got practice in it. The coaches have a lot of confidence in him, and he has a lot of confidence in himself, and rightly so. He can throw a great ball deep, but he's also not afraid to dump it up and dump it off those short routes underneath and take what the defense gives them. So it'll be interesting to see this matchup tonight. Like I said, I'm predicting at least 3 touchdowns each. Again, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. It should be entertaining to watch. Both of these teams are fighting for postseason life. The Madras White Buffaloes coming off 3 straight losses after starting the year 3-0. They're looking to get back on track. The Bulldogs, a little bit of up and down. They're coming off a win last night against the Dalles, 35-8. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Kickoff at Baker Memorial Stadium. We are off. Malachi Meyer for the Bulldogs gets the return. He's got Jones blocking in front of him, tries to make a man miss. Thrown out of bounds at about the 31 by number 56 there. Let me see. I think that's Abdil Lamias. Abdil Lamias, I believe, there. So the Bulldogs are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own. Looks like they're spotting it at the 32. We'll see what the Bulldogs decide to do here. Again, they're led by junior quarterback Paul Hobson, number 3, and he's joined in the backfield there, you see, by Garvin. Near side, Hudson Spike. In the slot, Meyer. On the far side, Rashawn Jones. Tate Powell, the tight end. This is their standard formation. We'll see what they start off. 1st and 10. Hobson back. Hits Rashawn Jones across the middle. Taken down nicely there by the Buffalo's secondary. It's going to bring the ball about to the 46. Check out the replay here. You're going to see Jones coming in from the right side, running about a 5-7 yard slant. Hobson hits him right in stride. Jones, great catch, and then great defense there by the Buffaloes, not letting him get any extra yards. That's Wade Similik. Wade Similik, he's a senior, 5'10". All right, Hobson in the gun. Going to hand it off to Garvin up the middle. He's got a lot of room. He hasn't been touched. It's at least 10 yards. He breaks it outside. Let's see how far Caden Garvin will go. Finally pushed out at about the 15-yard line, I'm going to say. So Garvin picking up where he left off last week. Let's check out the replay here. You see Garvin's just going to take it up the middle, and then that Bulldog line creates space that even I could have success running in, and that says a lot. So Garvin all the way down to the 15 there before he's pushed out of bounds. Again, he had 60 yards on 12 carries last week, a couple of touchdowns. Bulldogs in a little bit of a tight formation here. Meyer in the motion, gets a little pitch. He's got Garvin out in front of him. Not much there. He tries to reverse field, and that might have caused a little bit of a loss. Great D there by the Buffaloes. I believe that was number 41, Johan Polland there. Another senior, 5'11", 170. He's also going to be their running back. You know he can play. All right, so 2nd and 11 now. The ball's on the 16. Just under 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, you haven't missed much. This is the opening drive for either team, the Bulldogs' first possession, obviously. They began on their own 31. A few plays later, they're down here. Hobson going to hand it off to Garvin around the outside. Gets a nice block there by Dash Bloomer before he's taken down by a couple of Buffaloes there. I think that was Drew Boyle, their quarterback and free safety. Take a look at Garvin here. He's going to come to the near side, break it upfield. Another Dash Bloomer there, the junior, the nice block before he's taken down after about a gain of 5. So we got 3rd and 6. The ball's on the 11. Hobson comes out. Again, their standard formation. Spike the near side, Meyer the slot, and Rashawn Jones, the freshman, on the outside. Hobson's going to roll out. He sees Jones. I see that. Makes a nice catch. Can he get in? Yes, he can, I believe. Yes, he did. Rashawn Jones, the freshman from Paul Hobson. Again, check it out here on the replay. This is a great angle. You're going to see this all day. Just a 5-yard out. Hobson rolls, hits him, and Jones, with his speed, is able to break the tackle and get into the end zone for the Bulldogs' opening score of the game. Less than 2 minutes in, 6-0 Bulldogs. See if we can make it 7 here. Shaw is going to be the snapper, Jones the hold, and Spike the kick up, and I believe that's good. Yep. Going to be good. So that'll put them up 7-0 for the Bulldogs. We'll take a quick break. We'll get you back here for Madras' first possession coming up in just a minute.
My name is Jean Williamson. I started Evermine Labels along with my husband David back in 2000. We got an order a day for about a year, and then things started to pick up. We print sheet labels and roll labels. The sheet labels are for someone who's made a batch of strawberry jam, or someone who wants to put labels on wedding favors. We also print roll labels, and that's for large customers. Say a vineyard that makes thousands of bottles of wine. We print all different kinds of labels.
All right, we are back, and again, welcome back to Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium here. The Bulldogs, just their first possession, they marched it all the way down the field in less than 2 minutes to pick up the touchdown. As I mentioned, I think each of these teams is looking to score a minimum of 3 touchdowns. I would not be surprised if it's more. Not that both of these defenses have really anything to be ashamed of, but both of these offenses just really know how to work. Both can throw the ball, which at this level makes a huge difference. All right, Spike set to kick off. Deep for the Buffaloes is going to be Cale White. He's got a lot of room coming up the middle here. He sees a hole, see if he can get outside. Ooh, nice step there. Makes it outside, and he's not going to be brought down until he crosses the 40. So a great return there by Cale White. He's a senior, 5'11", 170, one of their star wide receivers. He'll also play D-back. And you can see him here just kind of making his way. A bit elusive, and picks up an extra 4 yards after contact there. So they're going to start it right at the 40. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We'll see what the Buffaloes decide to bring up here. Again, Drew Boyle is going to be their quarterback. He's a senior. Coming out in 4 wide receiver set. You can see here 1 running back. They'll look to throw the ball the vast majority of the time. Here we go. Wide receiver screen to Cale White, and that's going to be over his head.
Boyle's pass incomplete, intended for White.
We'll see what they decide to draw up on 2nd and 10. Just another reminder, if you're joining us on either Facebook page, EO Live TV Facebook, or the Baker Bulldog Nation Facebook page, feel free to make a comment. Let us know where you're viewing from. Any questions you got, we'll be sure to reach out and make that as interactive as possible. All right, here we go. Doyle back. Nope, he's going to hand it off. This is their running back, number 41, Johan Poland. He's got a nice step there. Again, we saw him make a great tackle on the previous drive. Nice little 15-yard run. Yeah, maybe about 10, closer to 10. Either way, oh, yeah, 10 yards, my mistake. So they're right on the 50 now after the 10-yard gain. Another first down for the Buffaloes. Again, coming out in a 4 wide receiver set here. Again, to the far side is Poland, Michael Poland. His brother is the running back, you'll notice. White in the slot. They're going to hand it off to Johan Poland after the run. Picks up about 3.
Poland, the ball carrier.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Tackle made by Isaac Cleveland of the Bulldogs. See what the Buffaloes decide to draw up. Again, like I mentioned before, the Buffaloes started out hot, winning their first 3 games, and they've kind of stuttered a little bit their last 3. But I will tell you, they've played some of the best teams in the state their last 3. They lost to Scappoose. That was their first loss, and I would not be shocked if Scappoose makes the Final 4 this year. They are a great-looking team. Ooh, a little bit of an early movement there. I think we might have a false start on the Buffs. We'll see. Yep, false start on the Buffaloes. Jumped a little bit early. We want to thank Diane Ellison, wishing everybody good luck. Yes, I think this is going to be a great game. I want to hope all of these players stay healthy, most importantly, but I think they're going to put on a show for us tonight. All right, let's see what Boyle decides. They come out in a bit of a pistol. They're going to hand it off to 2. That's Cale White. Gets a nice gain. Oh, he's able to break a few tackles there. Nice running by Cale White. Again, he's a wide receiver, but it looks like they're going to be willing to hand it off to him. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do. And you see him coming right up the middle, number 2 there. Initially stopped, but then gets an extra 6-7 yards before he's brought down. I believe that was Meyer there in the pack. All right, so it's about 3rd and 4 here. Big 3rd down for the Buffs, but I would not be surprised to see them go for it on 4th down as long as they don't lose any yardage. They come out, standard pistol set, going to run it again up the middle. Johan Poland. Oh, great tackle there by Tate Powell. Not only does he shed the block, wraps up, makes him go nowhere. I think just a gain of 1. Again, Powell there, number 32. One of the captains, a big senior leader on the team. He'll play some linebacker, he'll play some D-end, he'll also play some tight end, and he'll get a few rushes a game as well, a bit of a utility player. All right, so the Buffs are going to make me eat my words, and looks like they're going to punt here. 4th and 4, trying to pin the Bulldogs deep. Meyer back to pass, or excuse me, back deep to receive. Their running back, also Johan Poland, is going to serve as their punter. A little confusion here. A little confusion there on getting the right ball, the kicking ball, as opposed to the offensive ball. So they're going to switch it out there. And the Buffs are set to punt. Again, Johan Poland is the kicker. Malachi Meyer deep to receive. Oh, deep kick. Oh, great job by Poland to receive it. And, oh, he gets off a beauty. No wonder why he punted. Absolutely a beauty. The Buffs are going to down this. Oh, did that get in the end zone? Oh, it got in the end zone. I thought the Buffs were going to get that inside the 5. So the Bulldogs then, it's going to bring it out to the 20. They will start 1st and 10 there. Coming up on their 2nd possession. And while we're waiting here, let's read out some of our sponsors. Again, without these sponsors, we would not be able to do this, both for the Baker or LeGrand games. Our first sponsor, Hobby Habit. They are located in LeGrand, and as you know, they have something for everyone. We'll see the Bulldogs come out here for the first play. They got tabletop games, RC cars, Legos, puzzles, models, even disc golf equipment. We'll get back to that. Hobson's got Meyer. He's looking deep. He's got him. Ooh, Meyer's going to try and make a miss. He's quick. We'll see if the Buffs can get him. Cale White in pursuit, but Meyer is going to take it to the house. 80 yards to the house. Malachi Meyer from Paul Hobson. They are not wasting any time putting up some points on the board. All right, let's check this out, this replay here. Hobson's going to take the snap, drops back. Meyer one-on-one in man coverage on the out. Boom. Snags it, makes him miss. Again, Meyer is very quick, runs the 100 and 200 meter dash for the Bulldogs team. Hard to stop him. So we'll see if the Bulldogs can make it 14-0 with Spike's extra point. Looks good. Confirm. Yes, kick is good. So it's going to make it 14-0 Baker. We got about 7.5 minutes to go here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for Madras' 2nd possession right after this.
Want to keep yourself informed with relevant news and events in Eastern Oregon but don't have much time on your hands? Well, here on EO Alive, we pay attention to what's happening in Eastern Oregon and deliver the news in 2 minutes or less on our evening news roundup. You can expect to get your news delivered right to your Facebook and Instagram feed every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. We'll keep you in tune with Eastern Oregon, and you can count on that. EO Alive, your connection to Eastern Oregon, now on Roku. Eastern Oregon is full of interesting people, with interesting minds and interesting things to say. Here at EO Live, we're committed to connecting you to these intriguing people with EO Talks. We let our special guests share their ideas and life experiences with deep, open, engaging, and inquisitive conversations. You'll also be informed in depth on some of the most recent and relevant events, issues, and more. EO Talks on EO Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon, now on Roku. Here in Eastern Oregon.
All right, welcome back to Bulldog Memorial Stadium. The Bulldogs are just getting set to kick off. As soon as they do, I'm going to reach back out, Hobby Habit, finish our short conversation. Ooh, Spike's kick is going to go out of bounds. You don't want to see that. The Buffs, though, do, and they will start the ball, I believe, out on the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Buffs there. Again, 7:22 left in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 14-0. They've scored on both of their possessions. The White Buffaloes, their first possession, made it to midfield before they punted. Let me get back to Hobby Habit here. Again, not only do they have tabletop games and RCs and Legos and puzzles, models to build, disc golf equipment, STEM supplies, they got much more. You got to check them out, Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it. They're located right here in LeGrand, 411 First Street. Go check them out. They are a fun place to be. All right, back to the action here. Madras, Drew Boyle, their quarterback. Gonna do a little wide receiver screen here. Don't through the hands there of his receiver, Wade Simonik.
Intended for Simmerink.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 here. Just to reach out to Leanne Warren over on our EO Live Facebook page. She asked, will this be available for replay? You bet. Absolutely, it'll be available for replay. Multiple places. You can check it out on YouTube, on the EO Live Facebook page, or the Bulldogs Facebook page. And again, Fred and Mary Fields joining us from Indy. Love to hear that. Thank you guys for joining us. Glad we can bring this coverage to you. Makes me feel really important. All right, anyway, back to the action. Buffaloes here going to drop back to pass. Nice, safe pass to Cale White there. He's going to make a couple people miss, out for a first down after a gain of 11. Again, Cale White looking to get him the ball a lot tonight so far. So it'll be a short wide receiver out here, out of the backfield. Again, I mentioned to Boyle earlier, he is someone that's got a great deep arm, absolutely, but he's also willing to check it down, as we saw just there, just to move the chains. The coaches have a tremendous amount of confidence in him, and rightly so, as we can see. He's well able to manage this team. All right, the handoff up to Johan Poland, I believe. Yep. Going to be stopped after about a gain of 1.5. Maybe 1.
Tackle by Tate Powell. 2nd and 8.
All right, so it's going to bring up 2nd to 8. We're just under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. We want to thank you all again if you're just joining us. It is Baker High School's homecoming tonight, as you'll see lots of purple and gold about. They're playing the Madras White Buffaloes out of Jefferson County, located just north of Redmond, kind of central Oregon. A new opponent for the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs a new opponent for the White Buffaloes, as they are now in Special District 5. All right, speed option looks like here. Boyle's going to try and change directions. Oh, he's got a lot of room if he can get outside. He does. Again, smart player here. Boyle delivers the hit to Garvin as Garvin pushes him out of bounds, picks up a first down, a gain of at least 15, maybe 16, I'm going to say.
1st and 10 White Buffaloes.
So again, another great, see Boyle there reversing field. He's not afraid of a hit. He delivers it to Garvin there. Again, Boyle, a senior. Great arm, but also a great game manager as well. Okay. So the Buffaloes in Bulldog possession here at the 37, 1st and 10. 4 wide receiver set. Again, they love to throw the ball. Looks like we got a flag and some false start here on the line. The Buffs line looks super solid just from me checking out a few of their games and seeing them during warm-ups. Levi Frank, Dason Begay, Garrett Jackson, Amar LeClaire-Jones, and Jacob Bradeberg are their starters up front on the line. They're certainly going to be a little bit bigger than this Bulldog defensive line, which has Shaw, Grisham Clark right now, and Mills and Isaac Cleveland along the front line, I do believe. So Boyle takes the snap. He's going to pitch it out to Poland. Johan Poland gets around the outside. He can try and make a man miss. He does and fights through. Gains another good first down for the White Buffaloes. Even after that false start penalty, they get the first down. So again, here, a quick toss to Poland. He's going to cut it up right here. And not stopped until Garvin, the safety, finally brings him down after a gain of, I'm going to say 17 yards there. As I mentioned, don't be put off by the score here early. The Bulldogs up 14-0. This Buffaloes team knows how to score. They run the spread offense. If they get behind, they are not afraid to still go forward with the run, as we're seeing here. Poland finally stopped for the Bulldogs there. Or excuse me, stopped by the Bulldogs. Alf picks up about a gain of 1. Tackle made by the Bulldogs linebacker Dash Bloomer, number 21. He's a junior. Bloomer had a touchdown pass last week here against the Dows. He plays predominantly defense, but you all will also see him on offense as well. There on the near side of the line, you'll see number 59, that's David Shaw. He is their senior leader, their big captain, and their emotional rock. We'll see, oh, there he is right there on cue, making the play. David Shaw, 59 there, wraps up the ball carrier. Poland, 41, I believe it was.
Gain of 3.
Picks up about a gain of 3.
3rd and 5.
Going to bring up 3rd and 6 here for the Buffs, maybe a long 5. We'll see what they decide to do here. Just under 5 minutes now to go in the first quarter. Boyle here, again, the quarterback, senior. Still haven't seen him take a deep shot yet, but I know they will at some point. All right, 3rd and 6 here, a ball in the 22. Pitch again to Poland, Johan Poland. Again, they had success on this earlier. He gets a good gain, but a flag comes in there in what the area might be holding. Let's see what they decide to call. We'll check the replay here. Again, they run the toss to the near side. There's Sage Joseph, number 23, does a nice job turning him back inside to help. You see the flag come in there.
Number 77 on the offense. 10 yards for a small foul. Still 3rd down.
All right, so the refs mic'd up tonight. Gotta love that. Holding signaled on the Buffs. In case you didn't hear it, 10-yard penalty. They'll replay 3rd down. It's going to bring up about 3rd and 15 here.
And 17.
3rd and 17, the announcer says. So we'll go with that. Again, they got the ball on the 34, looking to get inside the 20. All right, 4 wide receiver set here for the Buffaloes. Boyle back to pass. He's looking deep. Oh, they're going to throw a screen to Poland. Not a terrible idea here on 3rd down, but the Bulldogs not fooled too badly. They pick up only about 5 yards, so it's going to bring up a 4th and 10. See the replay here. They want to make you think they're going deep, and they dump it off to Poland. Trying to pick up part of the yardage, make 4th down here a little bit more manageable. Again, another one of our sponsors. Want to give a quick shout out to Grays West Funeral Home. Pioneer Chapel is renowned after more than 90 years of excellence, and they provide unparalleled personal service, unmatched facilities, and guaranteed value to every family that calls upon their value. They're located here in Baker City, 1500 Dewey Avenue. Check them out, 541-523-3677. All right, Boyle dumps it off. We'll see how far he gets there. I think he's going to be a little bit short.
Depends on the spot.
Ooh, this will be close. They might have to measure here, and I think they're going to stop the clock, yeah. Great play there by the Buffaloes, 4th and 10. Again, Jerry Shaw is going to be their offensive coordinator for the Buffaloes. Calls up a nice play there. Spoke with him before the game. Real nice guy. Talked about, again, how the Buffaloes trying to get back on track. This is a big game for both teams, and yes, I do believe they are going to bring the sticks out to measure.
Officials timeout for a measurement.
Just a quick update. If anybody's kind of checking us out on either of the Facebook pages, there was a little bit of some spam posting by this live streaming online thing. So it is going to be a 1st down for the Buffaloes. Big conversion for them. After falling down 14-0, you know they really want to put it here in the end zone. But again, just a reminder, if you're joining us on either Facebook page, you see these live streaming things, that is just spam. Please ignore them. We will try and hide them as soon as we see them. But just in case you see it before we do, please ignore. All right, so the Buffaloes pick up a big 1st down here. They got the ball on the 17, about 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the first quarter. In the pistol look, Doyle's going to hand it off to Cale White there, number 2. He's got some good room up the middle. Again, that Buffaloes line, they're tough. Some big guys up there. Got a couple gentlemen, 250, another 266, 220, and 160. So again, a bunch of big young gentlemen that know what they're doing in the trenches. We'll see if they decide to lean on that run. They've been having more success on the ground than through the air tonight, which is a bit surprising considering how often they usually tend to throw it. But they're sticking with what works, and I can't blame them there. All right, Doyle in shotgun, 3 wide receiver set. Going to run the speed option. He's going to try and take it up. He gets a few yards, just close to a first down. That might be enough for a first down. He's inside the 10 to the 8. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 1, just short. Again, no doubt here that the Buffaloes will go for this if they are stopped short on 4th down. We'll see what they decide to draw up. All right, coming out in 2 wide receiver set, some pistol action here, both White and Poland in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Johan Poland straight up the middle. Ooh, he is stuffed there by Dash Bloomer. Ouch. That was a great play there by Bloomer to read it. Coming up inside, steps up, textbook tackle. That's going to bring up 4th and 1. Again, no gain on the play, unless the referees are thinking about... They are going to bring out the chains once again. You can't blame them wanting to make sure they get this right. This is a big play, a big drive. So they're going to take out the chains, and we're going to hit up another one of our amazing sponsors, the Grand Ron Retirement Residence. They are here to support residents with all of their needs. They offer a variety of innovative, life-enriching activities and events designed to stimulate the mind, body, and soul at every age of life. Go to their website or call 541-250-3313. Again, the Grand Ron Retirement and Assisted Living. Okay, so it is just going to be short. Looks like a couple of feet.
Inches.
The announcer says inches. Either way, less than a yard here for the White Buffaloes. We'll see what they decide to do. 4th down, 1 minute to go in the first quarter. The ball's on the 8. Doyle in the backfield, White to his right, Poland behind him. They're just going to run it straight up the middle. You can't blame him. Ooh, Doyle, the quarterback, rumbles in. They're going to mark him down just short at about the half-yard line. Put a great run there by Drew Boyle. We'll see. He's just going to take the snap and run right up the middle. Get some blocking there by Cale White. Picks up Powell, who had stepped into the hole. Garvin brings Boyle down just before the goal line. So I'm going to go on a limb and say they're going to try and punch this one in here. 1st and goal from the foot-yard line with just under 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Got White, number 2, Poland, number 41, Doyle, the quarterback, 9. And, going straight up the middle. Doyle, he's in for the touchdown. So a great drive, a great response by the Madras White Buffaloes here. Let's take a look at the replay of Doyle's touchdown. Same play they ran last time, just pounded up the middle, right behind those big offensive linemen, and they get into the end zone no problem. So Drew Boyle, the senior from Madras, leads a great response here on this last drive. We'll see if their kicker, Johan Poland, also their punter, and also a linebacker and running back will do the place kicking. Snaps good, holds pretty good. Low kick, I don't know if that's good. Yes, it is good. Okay, so that's going to put them up to 7. It'll bring a score to Baker 14. The Madras White Buffaloes 7. We'll be right back for the end of the first quarter after this. All right, welcome back again here to Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium. We want to give another shout out to one of our favorite sponsors, Tap That Growlers. One of my favorites. They're located in LeGrand. They offer 40 taps of beer, hard cider, kombucha, and even brewed root beer for you non-alcoholic fans. They've also got a full menu, including brick oven pizza, that also offers an area for adults only if you want to check out some Oregon lottery games and a custom-made shuffleboard. Check them out. They're located in LeGrand on Adams Avenue, 100 Adams Avenue, Suite 1106. Tap That Growlers. All right. Just under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Buffaloes kick off. Rashawn Jones, the freshman, is going to be returning it up the right side. He's got some room, some blockers. He's a quick young gentleman, and you might be gone. He returned one against LeGrand to start the game. He has great speed. I would be shocked. Yes, he is not going to be caught. That is his second touchdown return of the season. He had one 2 weeks ago to start the game against LeGrand, as I mentioned. Let's take a look at this replay. Again, Jones holds the Oregon middle school record, all-time record in the 100 hurdles. So not only is he quick, he's got some hops. If you saw him playing basketball in middle school, you might have seen him throw it down a time or two. Yes, he was dunking in 8th grade. So the Bulldogs will be happy to have him on the hard court. A great return there by Jones. And you got to give the credit to the blocking there. I don't even know if he was touched. I didn't think so on that replay. And that tells you a lot about the blocking of the special teams there. So another big play for the Bulldogs. They got 3 touchdowns only the first quarter. Jones the hold, Spike the kick. That's going to be good. All right, that field goal is going to be good. That's going to bring the score to 21-7. We only got 16 seconds left in the first quarter, so let's keep you here, and then we'll go ahead and take a break at the quarter. But while we're here, let's hit up another one of our wonderful sponsors, B&K Auto Salvage. They are located both in LeGrand and Baker City. They are Grand Ronde Valley's only full-service auto recycling yard. They offer domestic and foreign auto parts. Go ahead and contact them for all your used auto parts needs and even scrap metal removal. Like I mentioned, they got locations in LeGrand and Baker City. B&K Auto Salvage. All right, so the Bulldogs are going to be set to kick off here. Spike going to do the kicking. Last kickoff went out of bounds. You know, they're trying to avoid that. And again, if you're joining us on any of the Facebook pages, whether it's the Bulldog Nation or EO Alive, feel free to throw in a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. If you got any questions, I'd be happy to answer those as well. All right, so the kickoff's going to be in the end zone for a touchback. Ball will start at the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 Madras. Again, like I mentioned, only 16 seconds left in the first quarter, so we might just get one play before we head to the second quarter. We'll see what the Buffaloes decide to do here. So the Bulldogs already met my pregame prediction of a minimum of 3 touchdowns. Again, I predicted this would be a high-scoring game. Both offenses love to kind of throw it deep, and they're really successful. Nothing against the defenses, just both of these offenses are really good. All right, so the Bulldogs going to wrap up Johan Poland after his last carry, going to pick up about a gain of 4. Isaac Cleveland made the tackle, and that's going to send us to the end of the first quarter here at Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium on homecoming for these Bulldogs. We're going to send you to a quick break and be back for the start of the second quarter. Baker 21, Madras 7.
Eastern Oregon's weather can oftentimes seem unpredictable. One minute it'll be raining, then it'll be sunny and wonderful, then snowing and then sunny, then the next it'll be raining cats and dogs, literally. So how do you prepare yourself for such flip-floppy weather? Well, by tuning into EO Live Weather with me, Gabe Curtis, of course, the most accurate weather forecast in all of Eastern Oregon. I'll keep you informed with daily weather updates that can take an in-depth look through the next 7 days. Because if cats and dogs are literally going to fall from the sky, you will want to know. EOA Weather right here on EO Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon, now on Roku.
All right, welcome back here. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Madras White Buffaloes. They're going to hand it off on a little trap play to Cale White. Oh, he makes a man miss, gets a stiff arm. He is quick, too. Let's see if Dash Bloomer can stop him. A flag was just thrown. I'm not sure where that is. Meyer eventually brings him down at the 2. Again, there was a flag thrown. I'm not sure what that is. We will see what the call is. The flag was thrown right here about the 47-yard line in front of us. So I think either way it'll probably be a first down. But check out Cale White here. Gets a beautiful stiff arm and bounces it out. And, man, he is quick. Meyer there, 15. You see, going to end up tackling him. All right, so that play is going to stand. If you're a Buffaloes fan, you love to see that. The call, in case you didn't hear it, was a sideline warning. So there was a little bit of coaches that were kind of a little too close regarding their excitement on the play, and you can't really blame them there. So the White Buffaloes, they answered the last Baker touchdown. They're looking to do the same here, and as I mentioned, a high-scoring, action-packed game. I love it. All right. We'll see what Boyle decides to do here. They got the ball on the 2, 1st and goal. Only 14 seconds into this second quarter, and we might be in store for 35 points. All right, we'll see what the Buffaloes decide to do. Again, they got a great line, not afraid to throw the ball, but you'd imagine the success that they've been having on the ground, they might just stick with it. They're going to do the toss to Poland. He's going to see if he can get around the outside corner. He cannot. Brought down and there by Rashawn Jones and Hudson Spike. I think it might have lost a yard, or it's probably going to leave it at the 2. So no gain there on the run. Still 2nd and goal from the 2. Again, the Buffaloes had a lot of success on their last drive, just running it kind of right up the middle there with Boyle, their quarterback. This close to the goal line. We'll see what they decide to do. 3 wide receiver set. Poland behind Doyle. They're going to hand it off to Poland up the middle. He's going to weave his way in. I think he's going to get short on the 1. Yes, they're going to mark him down on the 1. So they got halfway there. It'll bring up 3rd and goal now. Again, you can't imagine the Buffaloes settle for a field goal here. This doesn't really seem to be much of a field goal game so far. All right, they're going to come in and for them, this is their jumbo formation with White and Poland. Doyle, the quarterback, on the keeper. He is in for the touchdown, his 2nd of the night. Drew Boyle putting on a show here. Buffaloes pick up the touchdown. It is now 21-13, pending the extra point. You see there on the replay, Doyle just kind of lowers his head and pushes his way into the end zone. All right, so Poland will do the kicking honors here for the Buffaloes. 1 for 1 so far. See if he can make it 2 for 2. Up and good. Yep. All right, so 21-14. We're only 1 minute into the second quarter. Hey, this is going to be a fun one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come right back here in a quick commercial with kickoff. Thanks again for joining us.
Want to keep yourself informed with relevant news and events in Eastern Oregon but don't have much time on your hands? Well, here on EOA Live, we pay attention to what's happening in Eastern Oregon and deliver the news in 2 minutes or less on our evening news roundup. You can expect to get your news delivered right to your Facebook and Instagram feed every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. We'll keep you in tune with Eastern Oregon, and you can count on that. EOA Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon, now on Roku.
All right, we're back here as Madras is going to be set to kick off. Just an update for you here. Tonight, if you turn on EOA Live TV on Roku, you're going to see the LeGrand broadcast there. So if you are a user of Roku, just a heads up, we are not broadcasting there today. Ooh, interesting little play there. The White Buffaloes, kick it short. It's fielded by the up man here for the Bulldogs. And the,
Here in Eastern Oregon,
okay, so the Madras White Buffaloes, just what they needed. Big fumble recovery. They're going to take over, look to tie this game up. Again, that was fielded by the up man on the kickoff. You'll see they tried to squib it here. Kicks him right to him. Again, that's Roman Kulpis here, or excuse me, my mistake, for the Bulldogs. Yep. All right, so the fumble is going to stand. The Buffaloes are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 48. 10.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. My prediction of a minimum of 3 touchdowns both might be done here before halftime. All right, Poland up the middle. Again, big, strong running back. Tackled by Powell, but not after a big gain of another 8 yards here. Oh, maybe about 7. So it'll bring up about 2nd and 3. Or maybe a long 3, closer to 4 here with the spot. Last week, the White Buffaloes hosted LeGrand, and although they lost 28-17, it was a lot closer than that score might indicate. The Bulldogs played at LeGrand and also were defeated 55-21, but I think both of the coaches would tell you that that score was not really indicative of the quality of each of the teams. Both, I know, feel like they left a little bit out there on both of those games against LeGrand. And both are coming out with something to prove tonight. All right, another first down there for the White Buffaloes. They're going to keep it on the move. Again, you see Doyle there looking to get the call from his offensive coordinator. Interesting to note, Madras, when they entered the field this evening, not only ran on with an American flag and a state of Oregon flag, but a Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs flag as well. Again, a number of the players here for the Buffaloes, part of the Warm Spring tribe. Oop, looks like we got an offsides coming. Yep, offsides called against the Bulldogs. That will make it 1st and 5 for the White Buffs. They love that. Ball's going to be put at the 30-yard line. Again, back to the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs. You may have heard one of Madras's most famous graduates, especially of recent years, a member of the Warm Springs tribe, Jacoby Ellsbury. He had a great career in the major leagues for baseball, played both with the Red Sox for a number of years and then the Yankees. A really quick center fielder. I believe he had a couple seasons of over 50 stolen bases, if I'm not mistaken. All right, back to the action here. Poland, though, up the middle. Stopped pretty quickly after about a gain of 1 there by, looks like, Shaw and Bloomer. And Rudy also in there on the stop for the Bulldogs. All right, so we're just about 8.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Madras, this is going to be their 4th possession. The Bulldogs have had 3. They've scored on all 3. Excuse me, this might be the 5th position for Madras. Either way, the recovery of the onside kick gives them an extra possession here. They also received the opening kick. We'll see what they decide to do here. Come out in a 4 wide receiver set. 3 to the near side. White in the slot, a big favorite of Boyle. They're going to throw it to the outside. It's just going to come up just short. Tyler Clarkson, a junior wide receiver, was his target there. Just a little short. That'll bring up about 3rd and 3 now. Again, ball's on the 29. Buffalo's looking to tie this up. See what they decide to do here. Coming out in a bit of a 2 wide receiver set. Thought they might go pistol here a little bit. White, the tight man, 2 in the slot. He's going to get the handoff, a little trap play, cut it up field. He's going to get a few yards, but not enough for the first down. I think it's going to bring up 4th and about 1. Maybe half a yard for the Buffs. You'd imagine they'd go for it here.
4th and 1.
Again, the Buffaloes traditionally are much more of a throw-first team, but they've been having such success on the ground. We've noticed they've been going to that a little bit more tonight. Again, it goes to their line. A big group of young men on that offensive line doing work tonight. All right, 4th 4-1. Looks like we got a timeout. Madras didn't like what they see. We'll take a quick timeout with them. We'll be back real quick here from Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium. All right, we are back here. Another one of our sponsors we want to thank for everything they do. Grand Run Hospital, located in La Grande. In case you haven't heard, they've started their 90,000 plus square foot surgical expansion to improve the surgical services that they offer to the Grand Run Valley and Eastern Oregon. Please check out the wide variety of specialty services that they offer. You can check them out, grh.org. Again, Grand Run Hospital and Clinic. All right, so we are down here 4th-and-1 for the Buffs. See what they decide to do here. Again, White to Doyle's right. Poland behind. Doyle's just going to keep it. Oh, he might not have gotten it. The Bulldogs may have stopped it. That's going to be close. We'll see where they mark it. Might be a first down. They may have to pull the chains. Nope, they're going to give him the first down. So there you go. White Buffaloes, Drew Boyle, able to get the first down there, running right up the middle. So clock's running now. We're under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Ball's on the 26-yard line. Buffs driving to tie. And you can also kind of tell they're not really in a huge rush. They're perfectly happy with that Bulldog offense sitting on the sidelines. Oop, they may have to call their second timeout, though. Okay, they're going to call a second timeout. That's probably going to be a quick 30-second timeout. Let's hit another one of our amazing sponsors here, Rock & Sons. They have 50 years of experience of providing quality tires, automotive services, and they pride themselves on being there for their customers day or night. They are a Napa Auto Care Center, and they provide 24-hour towing. You got to love that. They're located in La Grande, the east end of Adams. Go check out JB and the Boys, 2304 Adams Ave in La Grande, or give them a call, 541-963-2757. They'll get you covered. All right, so again here, Madras uses their second timeout, 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. The quarterback, Drew Boyle, obviously putting on a show here. He's responsible for both of the touchdowns for the White Buffaloes. Number 2, Cale White, has also been heavily involved in their offense, as well as number 41, Johan Poland. White serves both as kind of a running back and wide receiver combo here. Okay, coming out in the pistol, 3 wide receiver set. Poland behind Boyle. Going to hand it up the middle. Again, they're having success with this run. You don't blame them for keep going right to it. Pick up about 3 or 4 yards there before he's tackled by Bloomer and Grisham Clark there for the Bulldogs.
Second and 6.
As you're watching Poland run, too, one thing you got to love is every time he gets hit or hits someone, he falls forward. He's not really falling backwards, picks up 1 or 2 extra yards on every carry. Tough kid, you can tell. He's a senior, 5'11", 170. Him and Boyle playing alongside of each other for a long time, no doubt. As well as Cale White, I should say, also a senior. So you know these guys have a lot of experience running this offense. All right, 2 wide receiver set here. A little fake trap. Ooh, Boyle's got a nice lane on the outside. Again, he is a great little runner here. Picks up a first down, no problem, down to the 9-yard line. We'll give him about a gain of 10, maybe 11 there. So it's going to be first and goal now from the 9-yard line for the White Buffaloes as they try and tie this game up. About 5.5 minutes to go here from Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium. Homecoming night for the Bulldogs. Be a little bit of an extended halftime, I'd imagine, as a result. But before we get there, let's see what the Buffs decide to do. All right, again, that wide sweep to Poland. Going to try and cut it up. Nothing really to go there. The Bulldogs did a nice job keeping containment. Looks like he's a gain of maybe half of a yard, I'd say, maybe 1 yard. Tate Powell there making the tackle for the Bulldogs. You see there on the replay. Again, big little set here if the Bulldogs can hold them to a field goal attempt. And a big possession for the White Buffaloes if they can tie this up. The Bulldogs last scored on Rashawn Jones's kickoff return at the end of the first quarter. So we are almost 8 minutes into the second quarter, and the Buffaloes have possessed it the entire quarter. Great credit to them and the offense. Play calls. Boyle, the fake sweep's going to cut it back up the middle. Ooh, gets a big hit there. Thought he might have been able to get through. I think that's Rashawn Jones, the freshman. Yes, it is. So you notice the White Buffaloes, first quarter, running their standard plays, and now they're kind of running counters to everything that the Bulldogs have seen to try and throw them off a little bit. All right, after about the 2-3 yard gain, it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 6th. 4 minutes to go right now in the second quarter, and as I have said, the Bulldogs offense has not been on the field at all this second quarter. Great credit there to the White Buffaloes. Their long drive to start the quarter, recover the onside kick, and their long drive here is continuing. All right, 3rd and 6, or 3rd and goal from the 6. 3 wide receivers set here. Poland in the backfield. White, the outside receiver. He's going to come around. Yep, a little bit of a fake. Here's Cale White. He's got some space. We'll see if Rashawn Jones can make the tackle. Ooh, great tackle by Rashawn Jones in space there. That undoubtedly saved a tackle. Rashawn Jones, their number 8. We'll see a great play call here by Shaw, the offensive coordinator for the Buffaloes. If Cale White, just can't get around. Jones, the freshman, takes down White, the senior, and the Buffaloes are going to go for it. No gain. They're on about the 5.5 yard line. Got to put it in the end zone. You'd imagine they're going to go through the air here. One of their favorite plays, I would not be surprised to see, is kind of a 3 or 4 yard slant in. They might throw it there on that far side to 4. We'll see what they decide to do. Or Cale White out of the backfield also. Number 20 there is in motion. Simmons, they're going to cut out. Looks like Cale White out of the backfield. Is he going to be short? Yes, I think the Bulldogs stopped him just short on the 1. So it's going to be a turnover on downs. The Bulldogs are going to take over possession at the 2 yard line. And now with 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter, the Bulldogs are going to come out for the first time. Their offense going to come out for the first time this quarter. All right, we're going to keep it right here with you. It should be a quick change of possession. But before we do that, let's hit up another one of our wonderful sponsors here, Rock & Sons. They have 50 years. Oh, excuse me, I just talked about Rock & Sons. I could give them extra. Let's talk about Carpet One Floor and Home. They are wonderful. They're great because they got stores both in LeGrand and Baker City. And if you're in Wallowa County, we'll see what's happening here out there. If you're in Wallowa County, they got one in Enterprise as well. Carpet One, they're celebrating 24 years up in Wallowa County, featuring Englander mattresses made right here in Oregon, some natural latex, even copper-infused supportive comfort. Carpet One Floor and Home, I think we can all use another or a new mattress. All right, so Carpet One, again, Floor and Home. All right, we got about 2.5 minutes left here. Looks like took a time out. Let's take a quick timeout here, quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back for the rest of the quarter. Right back after this.
Eastern Oregon's weather can oftentimes seem unpredictable. 1 minute it'll be raining, then it'll be sunny and wonderful, then snowing and then sunny, then the next it'll be raining cats and dogs, literally. So how do you prepare yourself for such flip-floppy weather? Well, by tuning into EO Live Weather with me, Gabe Curtis, of course, the most accurate weather forecast in all of Eastern Oregon. I'll keep you informed with daily weather updates that can take an in-depth look through the next 7 days. Because if cats and dogs are literally going to fall from the sky, you will want to know. EOA Weather right here on EO Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon, now on Roku.
All right, we're back. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left in the second quarter here. The Bulldogs taking over possession. 1st and 10, the ball's on the 3. First time they're touching the ball this half, but they're up 7 after stopping the Buffaloes on the goal line. All right, hand up the middle to Garvin. He's got a lot of room there. Ooh, nice tackle there by the Buffaloes. I think that was Boyle, their quarterback. Yep, it was. So again, he plays both quarterback and a bit of free and strong safety there, as you'll see. For both of these teams, a lot of players, well, I guess I shouldn't say a lot, a number of players are playing both ways. Not uncommon to see at this level. All right, we'll see what the Bulldogs decide to do. Hobson in the backfield, Garmin next to him. He's going to roll out, looking for Jones on the 5-yard out. See if he's got the touch. Ooh, nice touch there by Hobson. Jones goes up and high points that, brings it down, out of bounds for a first down for the Bulldogs. So if you're head coach Jason Ramos for the Bulldogs, that's what you want to see when you get backed up into the end zone. Let's at least try and get one first down, get some breathing room. Worst case scenario, try and end the quarter without giving the ball back to the White Buffaloes. So we'll see what they decide to do now. Hobson, backfield. Looking left. Going to go for Meyer there on the outside. Nice catch. Meyer, see if he can break a tackle. Just caught up, but that'll be enough for a first down. Again, tackled there by number 4, Tyler Clarkson for the Buffs.
Tackled by Poland. Gain of 15. The result of the play is
So the clock stops there for a moment while they get the chain set. And then it's going to start to run, so the Bulldogs are going to take a timeout there. We'll take a timeout with you. Coming back in 30 seconds. Yes, let's take a quick timeout. All right, thanks.
Want to keep yourself?
All right, we are back here again. Bulldogs 1st and 10 on the 33. Just an FYI for halftime. Gabe has a quick 2-3 minute weekend forecast we're going to share with you, just put out. So we'll have that to start halftime, and then we will come back in and watch the homecoming festivities as the homecoming court is introduced in their fancy cars and nice dresses and all that sort of thing. Okay, back to action. Hobson rolls to his right, looking for Jones again. Ooh, step in front. Cale White makes the interception. They're tackled by Jones, number 8, and the Buffaloes are back in business. Let's take a look at this. You'll see Cale White there, number 2, just cuts right underneath of Hobson's pass to Jones. So the Buffaloes are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 35 with 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the second quarter. You got to love this if you're a Buffaloes fan. Another chance here to tie it up. And that means the Bulldogs' time of possession in this quarter is going to be about 11 minutes to 1 minute. And here in the second quarter. All right, the Buffaloes. Boyle back to pass. Looking deep, doesn't see anything, tries to get out of trouble. Again, looking, he sees someone. It's going to be incomplete, just underneath.
pass is incomplete.
He was looking there for number 8, Michael Poland. Again, he's the younger brother of the senior running back, Johan Poland. So 2nd and 10, clock stopped here, no harm. 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go in the half. See what Madras decides to draw up here. They themselves only have 1 timeout remaining, the White Buffaloes do. Bulldogs, I believe, also have 1. All right, 4 wide receiver set here. White in motion. Drew Boyle back to pass. Not seeing anyone, tries to step up, but he's going to be brought down for a sack by the Bulldogs. That's going to be number 50, Isaac Cleveland. He had a big one last weekend, another big one here.
Timeout.
Now the Bulldogs are going to call a timeout. All right, interestingly enough here, they're hoping to get it back. So it'll be 3rd and 13 for the Buffs. 2nd timeout for the Bulldogs, so now 1 left apiece for both. We're going to keep it right here. It'll be a quick 30-second timeout, I believe. Quick thanks to Dan Mark commenting. He says, it's nice watching Baker on Facebook and LeGrand on Roku. My dude, you must have it made tonight. Some great high school football action. Love that you're taking advantage of both of those opportunities to watch both the LeGrand game and the Bulldogs play. LeGrand, interestingly enough, also their homecoming tonight, so a big crowd, I'm sure, up at Community Stadium. LeGrand clearly the favorite to win this division now where they're sitting. Up at least, I believe they're up 2 games. I'll have to double check that at halftime and get back to you. But we'll see what we got here. 3rd and 13, ball on the 38. 4 wide receiver set. Boyle looking for outside to Poland. Not going to get it through his hands. Again, that was Michael Poland, the younger brother of Johan Poland. Michael, a junior, his older brother, a senior. So 4th down now. We'll see what the Buffaloes decide to do. 1 minute and 9 seconds left. Do they want to punt it and just kind of hope the Bulldogs aren't going to score? Are they going to go for it? Looks like they're going to go for it. Okay. Good deal. We love the action. So 4th and 13 here coming up. 4 wide receiver set. Poland in the backfield with Boyle, excuse me. Back to pass. Going to throw it outside to number 20 there. Caught for the Buffaloes. Number 20 is Wade Similink, excuse me. Before he's pushed out of bounds there. Let's take a look at the replay. So Similink is going to run a 5-yard out, kind of like what Jones runs before. Hits him right in stride, high points the ball, gets around the corner before he's shoved out of bounds there, I believe, by Garvin. But that is going to be short. I thought that was going to be enough, but just about a yard short, they're going to say. So it'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs. They're going to take over. 1 minute and 1 second to go here in the second half. So we'll see if the Bulldogs decide to be aggressive with this, go for another touchdown, or even a field goal attempt. All right, we'll see what Hobson here has in store. 3 wide receiver set for the Bulldogs. Jones the near side, Meyer in the slot, and Spike far side. All right, Hobson looking deep, not finding anyone. Now finds, looks like, Hudson Spike across the middle and up the middle. Tries to bounce it outside to get some yards. He's going to be just across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's going to stop the clock with 51.9 seconds to go. Now the clock has restarted as the ball is set for play. Again, the Bulldogs just with 1 timeout left. 43 seconds to go. Looks like Hobson tried to spike it there, but they may have signaled, because there's a flag on the play. Looks like false start is signaled against the Bulldogs. All right, so it's going to back the Bulldogs up back 5 yards. They'll replay 1st down, so it's going to be 1st and 15 now for the Bulldogs. The clock is stopped, 39.8 seconds to go. All right, let's see. 3 wide receiver set again. Jones the near side. He's the speedster. Watch him going deep. Hodgson rolls to his side. The out and up for Jones. He's going deep. He's slowed down, and he's not going to get it.
This is incomplete.
So we thought they might take a shot there to Jones. They do. Well defended by the Buffs. Again, I think that's Cale White in the back defense. Excuse me, that was Boyle. Boyle with the help of the pass breakup as the safety.
Class of 2022, Homecoming Princess and Queen will be presented.
All right, so 2nd and 15 now, as you heard there, the announcers. They will do Homecoming Court and the presentation of the King and Queen, all riding in some fancy cars. Okay, Hobson now 33 seconds to go. Dropping back deep, looking for Meyer on the out. Makes the catch. Does he? Oh, he drops it. Hits the ground, ball comes loose. That'll bring up 3rd and 15 now, 28.5 seconds to go. Again, just a reminder for halftime, right after halftime kind of begins, Gabe's got a 3-minute forecast, a weekend forecast for you, just came out. You want to check that out. Then we'll be back for the festivities of homecoming. And then what you could only imagine is to be a great second half. All right. Bulldogs, 3rd and 15, 28.5 seconds left, ball on the 46. Hobson's dropping back. He's going to go deep to Spike. He's not going to be able to hold on, but a flag comes into the backfield. Could be holding, as it is in the area of holding, and it is going to be holding.
Number 50, Bulldogs.
We'll see if the Buffaloes want to decline it or push them back. They are going to accept.
Still third down.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 25 from the Bulldog 36. 24 and a half seconds to go now. Excuse me, the ball's on the 34. 34.
27.
All right, 4 wide receivers set here for the Bulldogs. Jones, Powell, and Meyer on the near side. Spike on the far side. Garvin in the backfield. Shifts out. They're going 5 wide in the set. Looks like Garvin across the middle. Ooh, he's got him. Caden Garvin makes the play. That is a first down. 18.6 seconds left. The clock is stopped. Again, Hobson's pass right up the middle to Garvin, out of the backfield. Beautiful catch and throw. Clock is now running 16 seconds, 15 seconds. Bulldogs call timeout. Okay. They might get a few seconds left there on the clock, I'll say. But the Bulldogs are going to call their 3rd and final timeout there after the first down by Garvin. We'll see if they're going to add any time to the clock. They are. So they're going to add 3.2 seconds. That means it's going to be 18.9 on the clock when the game gets back set to go. So a big first down there by Hobson and the Bulldogs. Again, Spike, their place kicker, Hudson Spike, also a wide receiver and a defensive back, but he's got a decent leg. I'd say if they could get it to the 15, he might have a shot, which would be about another 20 yards. Again, Bulldogs, I believe, are out of timeouts now. Yes, both sides are out of timeouts. I see the refs signaling that, so no timeouts left. Bulldogs do get a gain. If they don't get out of bounds, they need to get on that ball real quick and spike it to stop the clock. But if you're Hobson, you got to imagine he's going to be looking to the sidelines, pick up about a 10-yard chunk, and get out of bounds. Maybe even deep. We'll see. All right, 4 wide receiver set. Jones and Powell on this side. Meyer and Spike on the far side. Hobson drops back. He's looking pretty far deep. He's looking for Meyer. Does he got enough? No, it's broken up there. What a great play by Michael Polland, the defensive back for the White Buffaloes. Great play. Let's see. Hobson sees Meyer. You can tell he's open there on the far side. Tries to get it over the defender, but Michael Polland, a great play to break that up and save a touchdown by the Buffaloes. Nicely done. All right, so we're at 12 and a half seconds now to go. 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 35. Again, they kind of need to pick up at least 20 yards for a field goal attempt. They may try it if they get down to the 20, but at least 15 yards before they can attempt a realistic field goal here. So we'll see what Hobson decides to do. Again, 4 wide receiver set. Gonna look for Bloomer deep. Nope, he's gonna hit Jones and see if Jones can get, he got a first down. Can he get out of bounds though? Yes, he can with 3-point-something seconds left. It should be closer to 3. The clock says 1.7. Let's take a look at the replay. Again, Hobson, he's got nothing deep, so he's gonna dump it off to Jones here. Rashawn the speedster, able to get upfield and out of bounds. So they place the ball now. I believe it's going to be about the 8-yard line, 7 or 8 yard line. Right now it's showing 1.7 seconds on the clock, but they may add time to that as well. Let's hear.
Please put on 3.2 on the clock. 3.2 is when he went out of bounds. Thank you.
All right, so the officials are going to add 1.5 seconds, so they'll put 3.2 on the clock. It's 1st and goal. Again, the clock, though, is the big thing here.
3.2 seconds left.
We'll see if Hobson can do a quick pass here. Ooh, this is going to be close. We'll see what he decides to do. Drop back. Hobson, Spike. He's got him. We can get in. No, he's going to be short. No, they are going to give him the touchdown. Spike the touchdown as time expires. You got to be kidding me. What a play. Let's take a look at the replay. Hobson, he sees Spike. He's definitely open. And then did he get in? Again, you had a referee right there to see. Signals the touchdown. That's a bit of a gutsy play there by the Bulldogs, going for the touchdown instead of taking the field goal, push it to a 2-score game. But that's why I'm here. And Mr. Jason Ramos, the head coach of the Bulldogs, is where he is. All right. Spike's set to give the extra point here. See if he can put it to 28. Looks up and good. I think so. Yes, it is. All right. So that is halftime. What a great way to end the half if you're a Bulldog fan. But again, the Buffaloes, they had a number of, the scoreboard is going off here in the stadium, a consistent horn. But the Buffaloes had possession in that second quarter of about, I would say, 10 and a half, 11 minutes. The Bulldogs barely had it. So the Buffaloes are doing a good job moving the ball. 14 points is not enough for the Bulldogs. The Buffaloes are going to come out hot. I believe it. The Bulldogs, I believe, are also going to receive the opening kickoff of the half. We'll double check on that. We're going to send you to a quick break. Check out Gabe's forecast. We'll bring you back for the court ceremonies here in Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium. Thanks again for joining us. Halftime right now at the Bulldog.
Here's your EO Live weather forecast.
Hope all of you great end to the work week. Get Curtis reporting on this October 14th, brought to you by Nate Conklin State Farm Insurance. Those highs topped out into the upper 70s to near 80 across our valleys, with low to mid 70s into our mountains, with some of those high clouds coming on in, making skies appear a little bit hazy. That'll be the story overnight tonight, especially up towards the north, with those temperatures dropping into the 30s across much of the central part of our region, although warmer out towards places like Pendleton, John Day, and Ontario into the low to mid 40s. Heading into the day tomorrow, mid to the upper 70s will be the story for much of us, although cooler into the mountains, lower 70s. There still could be a few patches of clouds hanging around up towards the north. Otherwise, the remainder of our region will stay abundantly clear. Heading into the day tomorrow for La Grande, it looks like this will start out into the lower 40s at the 8 o'clock hour. Just a few clouds around, beginning with a light northeasterly wind flow. We'll see those winds gust up to 20 miles an hour in spots during the day. Maybe a few more clouds mid to late afternoon. Otherwise, we'll go on to be sunny with highs reaching the upper 70s. Those winds turn back to the northeast in the evening, remaining calm. Heading into my short-term forecast for the Grand Mountain Valley, will drop into the upper 30s overnight. Carbon copy into Sunday, although we will stay abundantly clear. As we end my 7-day forecast, the skies will remain clear into early next week as those temperatures stay above average through the end of the work week. Those scattered high clouds work their way back in at times, but it's not really till Friday until we see more noticeable clouds in the mix, producing a slight chance for a shower as early as later in the day and through the evening. There's the potential we could see a better chance for showers over the weekend as those highs eventually drop back into the 60s possibly. But I'll be sure to fine-tune that into next week. This has been Gabe Curtis, bringing the most accurate forecasting you can get here in Eastern Oregon. Thank you to the folks down at Nate Conklin State Farm Insurance for sponsoring this weather forecast. Hopefully all of you have a great weekend, and I'll be back on Monday.
She currently serves as the Baker FFA President and the Eastern Oregon District FFA Vice President. Gretchen has also served as a Haynes Stampede Rodeo Princess and Queen. She plans to attend college to earn a degree in elementary education. Also riding in this car is Tegan Faye Rose Coley, who is the daughter of Jeremy and Michelle Coley. Tegan is lettered in soccer 3 times, softball twice, and once each in both FBLA and NHS. She currently serves as our ASB Vice President and as the FBLA Chapter Secretary. Tegan is also selected to the team that attended the Johnston's Renaissance Global Conference this summer. Next year, she plans to finish her associate's degree and then obtain her real estate license. Our second car is a Crystal Irby and driven by Rod Irby. Riding in this car is Taylor Sullen Dalton, the daughter of Doug and Jessica Dalton and Heidi Dalton. Taylor has lettered twice in volleyball, twice in FBLA, and once in basketball. She has held several leadership positions, including her current positions as Senior Class Vice President and FBLA Chapter President. Taylor was selected to second team All-League in volleyball and was selected the team that attended the Johnston's Renaissance Global Conference last summer. She plans to attend college in the fall to major in marketing. With Taylor is Mackenzie Catherine Flanagan, daughter of Jody and Sky Flanagan. Mackenzie has lettered twice in basketball and twice in volleyball, where she was named second team All-League. She has been a member of NHS for 2 years, serving as the current president, and she is a member of FBLA. Mackenzie plans to pursue a degree in psychology. Also, we have Riley Jo Shaw, daughter of Jolyn Shaw. Riley has lettered 3 times in soccer, twice in tennis, and once in mock trial. She has also been involved in wrestling, choir, drama club, Battle of the Books, and band. Riley is the current senior class president, National Honor Society parliamentarian, and the president of Young Women's in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. She plans to attend BYU in Idaho to become a high school English teacher. Our third car is a 2005 50th anniversary Ford Thunderbird owned by Gary and Kathy Bloomer. Riding in this car is Sydney Cheyenne Pierce, daughter of Shane and Tammy Pierce. Sydney has lettered 3 times in soccer, twice in basketball, and twice in track. She also served as class vice president junior year. Sydney plans to first study at the Avita Institute, where she will study skincare, and then she will transfer to Aesthetics Institute to become a medical esthetician. Jeez, that's hard to say. It's really not phonetically spelled either. With Sydney is Riley Hunter Elms, daughter of Russell and Leslie Elms. Riley has lettered twice in both basketball and volleyball. She has earned second and first team honors in volleyball and first team honors twice in basketball. Riley also participated in mock trial. She plans to further her education after high school. The fourth car is a 1928 Model A Ford Roadster owned by Mike Quinn. This car was found in a woodpile by Princess Anna Belding's great-grandfather when he was in high school. It was bought from the original owner to be enjoyed by the whole family. So, of course, riding in this car is Anna Claire Belding, daughter of Andrea and Sean Belding. Anna has lettered 3 times in track and 3 times in soccer. She is also involved in NHS and FFA. Anna served as team captain of her soccer team and was elected twice as her first team All-League. In addition, she placed at the state level twice in track. Anna plans to attend a 4-year university next fall. Also in this car is Brooklyn Marie Hecka, the daughter of Ed and Andy Hecka. Brooklyn has lettered in soccer 3 times, track 3 times, and basketball twice, and FBLA once. Her athletic accolades include first team All-League soccer, second team All-League basketball, and All-State track and field. Brooklyn is also a member of NHS and Young Life and served as junior class secretary. She plans to attend a 4-year university in the fall to enter into medical field. a medical field. The fifth car of the evening is a 1957 Chevy convertible owned by Sally and Ken Shu. Riding in this car is Nia Lane Thomas, daughter of Catherine Coddington and Mitchell Thomas. Nia has lettered 3 times in FFA and 3 times in soccer, and she is a member of National Honor Society. She has been in 4-H for 9 years, where she served as treasurer for the Good Shepherds Club and showed steers and horses. In FFA, she served as a Green Hand president, chapter secretary, and the current vice president. Nia plans to attend Washington State University and the University of Glasgow, Scotland, to earn her master's in veterinary science. Next is McKay Verletta Anderson. She's the daughter of Josh and Carl Anderson. McKay has lettered in soccer 3 times, wrestling once, and softball once. She has also been active in NHS for 2 years and 4-H for 9 years. Through her involvement in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, she served on a humanitarian mission in the Dominican Republic, where she helped to build a school. McKay plans to attend BYU, Idaho, and serve on another mission in the future. In our sixth car is a 1968 Chevy Camaro owned and driven by Christina Pratt. Riding in this car is Campbell Quigley Vanderwill, who's the daughter of Casey and Tara Vanderwill. Campbell's lettered twice in volleyball, once in basketball, once in tennis, once in FBLA, and once in NHS. She has served in several leadership positions and is the current ASB Secretary-Treasurer and FBLA reporter. In FBLA, she also earned the honor of state champion in hospitality and event management and competed at the national level. Campbell plans to attend the American Institute of Culinary Arts while continuing to operate her own catering and sweets company that she began her sophomore year. She also hopes to obtain her pilot's license soon. Riding with Campbell is Josie Ann Ramus, daughter of Jason and Jennifer. Josie has lettered 3 times, each in volleyball, basketball, and track, and has lettered twice in FBLA. She is also a member of NHS and Letterman's Club. She has held various leadership positions, including her current positions as the Senior Class Secretary and the FBLA Vice President. Sports honors include Volleyball First Team All-League, GOL Player of the Year, and First Team All-State. In basketball, she received First Team All-League 3 times, GOL Player of the Year, and First Team All-State. In track, she earned a GOL championship in high jump and shot put, and placed 4th in state for high jump. Josie plans to attend and play sports in college. The final car this evening is a 1980 C3 Corvette owned by Jerron Simmons. Riding in this car is our 2022 homecoming queen, Tristan Nicole Tritt. Tristan is the daughter of Scott and Lori Tritt. Tristan has lettered twice in tennis and twice in FBLA, where she has qualified for nationals. She has also participated in volleyball, Young Life, and NHS. Tristan plans to attend Eastern Oregon University to begin her studies in neurology or psychology. Our flower girl this evening is Maya Banta, daughter of Matt and Maggie Banta. Excuse me, Maya Banta. Sorry, Maya. Tonight's card bearer is Mac Virtue, son of Garrett and Kirby Virtue. Once Tristan makes the round, we'll announce the escorts. Escorts. Well, the scoreboard's fixed, so that's something. Big thanks to Brandon Briles, electrician, who just happened to be in the stands and fixed our scoreboard. At no charge, right? It's a donation.
All right, those of you still joining us here, you're watching the Baker Bulldog homecoming ceremonies here. Out in front of you, you see the whole court, all the princesses being escorted both by either their dad or their mom and dad. We're gonna cut the audio real quick with the music, but we're gonna let you keep enjoying the show. So we'll leave it right here, but I'm gonna have to cut the audio. We'll be right back.
The girls and escorts, please take a step forward when I call your name. First, Gretchen Jean Morgan is escorted by her father, Luke Morgan. Tegan Faye Rose Coley is escorted by her parents, Michelle and Jeremy Coley. Taylor Solon Dalton is escorted by her parents, Heidi Dalton and Doug Dalton. Mackenzie Catherine Flanagan. Wow. Sorry. Let me try that again. Mackenzie Catherine Flanagan is escorted by her parents, Jody and Sky Flanagan. Riley Jo Shaw is escorted by her brother, Trey Shaw. Sydney Cheyenne Pierce is escorted by her parents, Shane and Tammy Pierce. Well, just Shane. Tammy's here, though. Give a wave, Tammy, wherever you are. Riley Hunter Elms is escorted by her father, Russ Elms. Anna Claire Belding is escorted by Andrea and Sean Belding. Brooklyn Marie Hacka is escorted by Father Ed Hacka. Nia Lane Thomas is escorted by her mother, Catherine Coddington, and her brother, Payson Thomas. McKay Verletta Anderson is escorted by her father, Josh Anderson. Campbell Quigley Vanderweel is escorted by her father, Casey Vanderweel. Josie Ann Ramus is escorted by her father, Jason Ramus. And Tristan Nicole Tritt is escorted by her parents, Lori and Scott Tritt. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the 2022 Homecoming Court. Put your hands together. Congratulations to you all.
All right, so it looks like that is going to do it for the halftime festivities, homecoming festivities here at Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium. If you're just joining us, score at halftime, Bulldogs 28, Madras White Buffaloes 14. The Bulldogs able to score on the literal last play of the half to put them up 14. They have certainly had a good half here offensively. The White Buffaloes, on the other hand, have managed to score a couple of touchdowns, both by their quarterback, Drew Boyle. He has been excellent tonight. No turnovers. And here come the Bulldogs re-entering the field. So we will be set to get ready for halftime here pretty quickly. The Madras White Buffaloes also getting ready to come down. I see them coming out of the tunnel. Let's take a quick break. We'll come on back and get you ready for the second half action.
Here's your EO Live weather forecast. Eastern Oregon is full of interesting people, with interesting minds and interesting things to say. Here at EO Live, we're committed to connecting you to these intriguing people with EO Talks. We let our special guests share their ideas and life experiences with deep, open, engaging, and inquisitive conversations. You'll also be informed in depth on some of the most recent and relevant events, issues, and more. EO Talks on EO Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon, now on Roku. Here in Eastern Oregon, we're blessed to live in such a wonderful area. And though it may seem mild-mannered, there's actually quite a lot that goes on in this area. And apparently, there's two dinguses who happen to be here that are actually crazy enough to get up at the crack of dawn to talk about it. Tune in to AM Live on EOA with Brent and Dodsey, featuring special guests, weather, sports, news, and more, every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m., only on EOA Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon, now on Roku.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are just getting set to start the second half. My name is Jesse Taub. It is a pleasure to be with you here tonight. What a game we have had so far. I mentioned before the game I thought this was going to be a high-scoring one. It has not disappointed. 28-14 as we're getting ready to start the second half. The Buffs are going to get possession to begin the second half here, and it's going to be Cale White on the return. Makes a couple man miss. Ooh, he's got a hole, and he is quick. This could be trouble. Ooh, just able, Hudson Spike, able to push him out of bounds here at about the 47, 48-yard line. They're going to mark it, but a great return for White there, you'll see, for the Buffs. He gets a great little lane right there, bursts through with his speed, and Spike there to push him out. All right, again, if you're watching us, whether on the Bulldog Nation Facebook page or on the EO Live TV, feel free to make a comment. We want to know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. You got any questions? We want to thank Kelly, and I got to get this one right for Kelly. Kelly Similit. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on, I'll get it right back. So, I believe that's Poland on the carry. Similink. Kelly Similink. It's a tricky name, but Kelly, thank you so much for joining us. She's rooting on the White Buffaloes. I have a sneaking suspicion she is somewhat related. There's a couple boys, both Reed and, who's our other one, Wade, who is a senior. I'm sure she's watching both of them, cheering them on. Kelly, we're glad you joined us, and we are able to bring this to you guys out there. All right, so let's see what we got here. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Buffaloes. Again, Boyle, the quarterback, in the backfield, hands it off to Polland, Johan Polland. Again, as we saw in the first half, that big White Buffalo line able to do some work up front. Take a look at this replay. You'll see they push the Bulldogs off for just a couple yards, and it creates enough for Poland. He gets hit, and then like he has been doing all night, falling forward for another yard or two. Okay, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 now. Ball's at the 44. Just under 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Buffalo's looking to get this to a one-possession game. Again, they got a great offense. They are not going to be deterred by just a 14-point deficit. They know what they can do. Poland again, Johan Poland runs up the middle. He's going to pick up an easy first down there after a gain of 5. Sage Joseph there to make the tackle for the Bulldogs, his outside linebacker. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 now for the Buffs at the 38-yard line. Again, the Buffalo's usually a spread offense that likes to throw it, but I've been noticing that they've been having success on the ground, and they keep going to it, and you can't really blame them. All right, a trap play here for Cale White, the wide receiver / running back, plays a little of both. Stays on his feet even after a couple hits. You got to like that. Nice effort there by Cale White. Picks up a gain of 8. About 2 yards short of the first down. Caden Garvin, the tackle for the Bulldogs there. See him holding on there. The Buffs, just like they did in the second quarter, they're controlling the tempo of this game, not in any hurry to give the Bulldogs offense any time on the field. Again, if you were with us for the entirety of the second quarter, The Buffs had the ball for about 11 of the 12 minutes. All right, let's see here. Boyle makes inside little move. Picks up the first down, no problem. So that'll be a new set of downs for the Buffs as they continue the opening drive of the third quarter. Again, got to give the guys up front some love here. You see, look at that big Madras offensive line. Levi Frank, Dason Begay, Garrett Jackson, Amari LeClaire-Jones, and Jacob Bradenberg doing work all night up front on that line. Again, 250. This is their line. 250, 250, 266, 220, and then 160 for their center. It looks like the Bulldogs jumped, so it might be a free 5 yards for the Buffs. It'll bring up 1st and 5. The ball will be at the 21 now, just under 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. All right, let's see what they decide to do here. Boyle on the handoff to Poland. Polland up the middle. Johan, he's got, he dropped the ball. Was he able to get back on it? I think so. Nicely done after a big 10, 12-yard gain here by the big man, number 41. Take a look at the replay. Again, I mentioned the weight of that offensive line. For a 4A team, that is a big line. And you see there, just that Baker line, undersized comparatively. Poland able to fall on it right there. Again, comparison, though, if you're interested, the Baker offensive line, they're at 220, 220, 205, 220, and 215. So a significant difference there up front. All right, in a bit of the pistol. Boyle here is going to run the speed option. Got a couple blockers trying to get outside, but picked up by Rashawn Jones at cornerback and pushed down for a loss. That's going to be a loss of at least 5, maybe? Let's see where they mark it. It's going to be a loss of 4. So it'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 10. Again, there, Drew Boyle, the quarterback for the Buffaloes, responsible for both of the touchdowns on the ground. See what they decide to draw up here on 2nd and 10. Already 4.5, almost 4.5 minutes have gone by here in the third quarter, so 7.5 left. Again, the first possession of either team in the half. They do a little trap play to White again. Not a whole lot of room. He does make some yards. Looks like he picks up about 3 down to the 7. Tackled there by as the announcer said there, a pack of dogs. Pretty accurate. Although I'm going to have to start calling out a herd of buffalo on the other side, I think. Tackled by a herd of buffalo. So we'll see what. Third down now, 3rd and 7. Again, the Buffaloes, they went for it previously on 4th and goal from inside the 5. So you would imagine they might do the same here. Again, we talked about this in the first half. Not much of a field goal game, much more of a touchdown game here, and I think they probably realize that. So we'll see what they can do here. Again, 3rd and goal from the 7. Coming out 2 wide receiver set. White to Boyle's right. Poland behind him. Looks like they're going to throw if he sees anyone. Roll into his right. He comes across. Just out the fingertips there, but we do have a flag down. Wade Similek. We'll see. Looks like there might be a penalty on the Bulldogs secondary. We will see here. If it is holding on the Bulldogs, that would be an automatic first down for the Buffaloes. Okay, holding on Madras here is going to be singled, so that's going to move them back 10 yards, but they will get 3rd down again. So they'll put the ball on the 17. Oh, wait a minute here now. Referee's recommunicating. It's a strange spot for offensive holding. That's why I thought it was defensive holding, but again, I am no expert. Okay, so it is on the offense. They're moving him back 10 yards. From the spot of the foul, though, so that's only going to move them back. The foul took place on about the 2, so it only moves them back to the 12. So really it's just a 5-yard loss in total. 3rd and goal from the 12. 3 wide receiver set. Again, another trap play there to Cale White. He's been a man on a mission tonight. So they're going to blow it down as he gets to the 6. So he picks up about half the yardage. Buffalo showing no sign of a field goal unit. So it looks like it'll bring up 4th down from about the 6.5.
4th and goal from the 7.
Big play in this game right here. Bulldogs able to stop them. It's already about 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. So half the quarter is already done from this Buffalo possession. And if you add that to the 2nd quarter, I'm going to say of the last 18 minutes of the game, Madras has had the ball for 17 of those 18 minutes. All right, let's see what they do. 4th and goal here on the 7. Boyle's going to drop back and roll to the right. There's a flag. That might be offensive holding. Boyle's going to throw it up. It is caught in the end zone for a touchdown, but again, I'm almost 100% certain of an offensive holding in the backfield there. Let's take a look at the replay. Again, Boyle rolling to his right. There's the hold right there, and the ref throws that flag. So again, that's going to back the Buffs up another 10 yards. That might put them close to the 24.
And goal for the 25.
4th and goal, yes, from the 25. This reminds me a lot of the LeGrand game for Madras. They had these same issues last week. They'd get close, and then they'd have 1 or 2 negative plays, and it pushes them back, and they're unable to get points on the board. Again, they fell to Madras last week at home they fell to LeGrand last week at home 28-7. But they certainly were able to hang with the Tigers. They just couldn't put the ball in the end zone. So we'll see what they do here. 4th and goal from the 25. He's got some one-on-one coverage over here. Looks like it's going to be intercepted by Spike. Yes? They haven't given a quick signal yet. Yes, it is going to be intercepted by Spike in the end zone. So it'll technically cost the Bulldogs 5 yards because the ball will be brought out to the 20. But the Bulldogs will take over possession here. You see there on the replay, going for his big wide receiver, Michael Poland. The junior, 6 foot, had single coverage. Can't blame him for throwing it up there. The Bulldogs are going to take over. All right, as they get set to run their first play, let's hit up Hobby Habit, another one of our wonderful sponsors here. Again, without these sponsors, we would not be able to do this. So thank you, Hobby Habit. They're in LeGrand, and they have something for everyone. Tabletop games, RCs, Legos, puzzles, models, disc golf, STEM supplies, and so much more. Got to go check them out. Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it. 411 First Street, LeGrand. All right, the Bulldogs' first possession, they're going to hand it off to Garvin. He makes a man miss, bounces off a block, and he's going to pick up about 17 yards on the first carry of the half for the Bulldogs.
17, the result of the play is another big.
So, Bulldog first down. They're continuing to move the ball just like they did in the first half. And when I say first half, I really mean mostly the first quarter. They scored 21 points in the first quarter, 2 touchdown drives, 1 kickoff return by Rashawn Jones, the freshman, and then they got the ball back after stopping the Buffaloes with 1 minute to go, and they were able to march down the field and score as time expired. All right, Jones, the quick wide receiver screen. Great blocks out there by Powell and Bloomer to get him some yardage. And Jones makes it up his way to the 49-yard line. That'll be another first down for the Bulldogs.
8-12, the result of the play.
Again, if anything, this offense should be fresh. As I mentioned, the Buffaloes had the ball for the first 6 minutes of this half. 11 of the 12 minutes in the second quarter. So Hobson leading this offense. They are eager to get going. Fakes the handoff to Garvin around the outside to Powell. He makes a man miss. He's pulling him a couple, and there's the herd of Buffaloes coming to take him down. All right, so Tate Powell there, able to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Again, Powell, a senior leader for these Bulldogs, also a captain. He's 6 foot 195. He plays kind of tight end, flanker, and he will get a 3 to 4 snaps rushing the ball every game as well. So kind of a utility guy there for the Bulldogs. All right, so 2nd and 4, ball on the 45. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Again, quick quarter here after a longer. Nice little cadence by Hobson, gets the Buffaloes to jump, and I think that's going to be enough for the first down as they move the ball to the 40.
Both sides. Madras, 5 yards from the spot. No, second down. Nope, my fault. There's correction. It'll be a first down. Baker.
Well, first down Baker there you saw. And I think the ref not immune to making a few mistakes, just like me, myself as well. We're only human. All right, Hobson in the gun. Garvin next to him, 3 wide receiver set. Garvin gets the handoff, gets some room, makes one man miss. Oh, but a flag coming in. Probably going to be some holding on the Bulldogs. Garvin's run gets him about 7 yards, but I think it's coming back.
Number 32 in the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
All right, so the Bulldogs falling victim to the hold just as the Buffaloes did on their possession. Again, gaining steam, sets them back 10 yards, and in high school football, it's hard to make up those negative plays. So it's going to be first, almost 20, 19 yards here for the Bulldogs. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. This is the first possession for Baker of the second half. Madras had their one possession already, and they marched it down the field, but then were stopped, and they got into the red zone. Bulldogs looking to capitalize. Last week versus the Dowls, the Bulldogs were able to score on all 3 Riverhawk turnovers. We'll see if they can do it again here. Pitch to the near side to Garvin. Gets the edge, and then he's popped out of bounds. A great hit there by the Buffs. That's Cale White. Again, offense, defense, having himself a night. There's the replay. You see Garvin coming out. He goes to deliver the hit, also takes the hit.
2nd and 13.
Garvin's going to pick up a gain of 6. So we got 2nd and 13 now. Ball's at the 43 of the Buffs. Bulldogs coming out in their standard 3 wide receiver set. And we might have a timeout here. Yep, we got a timeout, Madras. So the Buffs are going to call a timeout. We are going to take a quick one. Actually, let's hang on right here because I want to get through a couple of these sponsors here. Again, this third quarter is going a little quick, but let's hit up Gray's West Funeral Home. Their Pioneer Chapel is renowned for after more than 90 years of excellence. They provide unparalleled personal service, unmatched facilities, and guaranteed value to every family that calls upon their family. They're located here in Baker City at 1500 Dewey Avenue. Check them out online at grayswestco.com or give them a call. Talk to them in person, 541-523-3677. Gray's West Funeral Home. All right, so we're still here sitting in timeout here. Let's hit up one more of our sponsors while we got it. Grand Ronde Retirement Residence. Also a wonderful place, retirement and assisted living. They're here to support residents with all of their needs, and they offer a variety of innovative, life-enriching activities and events that are designed to stimulate the mind, body, and soul. I love it at every stage of life. Go to their website or call 541-250-3313. Again, Grand Ron Retirement and Assisted Living. All right, back to some action with Hobson here. Looking for Meyer on the out. He's got him, but the Buffs there able to wrap him up and prevent him from getting more than 3 yards. I believe on the far side there, that was Tyler Clarkson making the tackle for the Buffs. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10. Another big possession here, or excuse me, a big play on this possession. The Buffs looking to maybe push the Bulldogs back, tackle them for a loss, force them to punt, get the ball back. Why the Bulldogs looking to hold on to this ball for the remainder of the third quarter. Only 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Again, this has been a quick moving quarter. We'll see what Hobson decides to pull up here. Jones, the near side, looks like he's going to spike down the sideline. Hudson Spike got it. Is he inbounds? I think he is. Hudson Spike down the sideline inside the 10. They're going to mark him down at the 5-yard line. What a pass by Hobson. Take a look at the replay here. Nice ball. Hudson Spike right over the shoulder. That connection, they have had that Hobson to Spike connection since they were kids. You'll love to see them out here back at it as well. Okay, so the Bulldogs are going to take over. Looks like they're at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal. 3 wide receiver set. Jones to the near side. Garvin, the handoff up the middle. He's got room. Stiff arm and stopped. Nice tackle there again. Cale White doing a great job on defense. Again, Michael Polland as well on the stop. All right, brings the ball down to the 3. 2nd and goal. Bulldogs looking to go up 3 touchdowns here. The Bulldogs line from left to right, left guard Isaac Cleveland, left tackle Isaac Cleveland. Richards on the left guard. They're running that side. Hobson, the speed option. Does he get in? They're going to mark him short. Down to about the half-yard line. Take a look at the replay here. Going to run a bit of a speed option or just a quarterback run out to the outside, trying to get the corner. Doesn't. Cuts it up front, but a great tackle there. What do we got? Looks like that was Poland, Dason Rodriguez, and Holcomb as well. So 3rd and 1 now from the 1. Again, to finish up that line, you got Isaac Cleveland, left tackle, left guard, Cole Richards, David Shaw, center, Russell Walden, right guard, and Cade Rudy, right tackle. Ooh, Hobson, backfield to himself, looks like. Going to Rashawn Jones on the out. Easy pass and catch. Rashawn Jones, number 2 on the night. His first receiving earlier was on the kick return. You'll see here on the replay. Nice easy roll to the right. 3-yard out. Hobson to Jones. Score number 5 for the Bulldogs. All right, 34, now 14. Spike looking to make it 35. Conversion of this kick. Shaw the holder. Shaw the kick. Shaw the snapper. Jones the holder. Spike hits the kick. 28 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. 35-14. We'll head to commercial and we'll be right back for the finish of the 3rd quarter.
We moved our company to La Grande because we like the quality of life here, the small town atmosphere. Also, we felt like it would be really good for the townspeople to bring the benefits of our company here. For this building, we'd like to house Evermine on the main floor, have a little espresso bar and bookstore for the townspeople, and open up the ballroom upstairs for all the different events that people want to celebrate.
Eastern Oregon's weather can oftentimes seem unpredictable. One minute it'll be raining, then it'll be sunny and wonderful, then snowing and then sunny, then the next it'll be raining cats and dogs, literally. So how do you prepare yourself for such flip-floppy weather? Well, by tuning into EO Live Weather with me, Gabe Curtis, of course, the most accurate weather forecast in all of Eastern Oregon. I'll keep you informed with daily weather updates that can take an in-depth look through the next 7 days. Because if cats and dogs are literally going to fall from the sky, you will want to know.
All right, we are back. The Bulldogs kick off. Spike's kick to Cale White. He had a big return earlier to start the 2nd half. Bulldogs doing a little bit better on coverage, although he's looking to reverse field. Oh, he's got a lot of room. No, there's a flag, though, I saw there for a backside block. That might be trouble. Another flag on the field before White's dragged out of bounds at about the 30. So they'll have a little bit of explaining to do here on these 2 flags. We'll see what that ends up happening with. Again, Cale White here on the return. He's going to come to the near side. Then he's going to end up reversing field. You'll see the first flag on a big block right there. That's a flag. And then there was another flag on the far side. I wasn't exactly sure what. Right there, the official throws it. So we could have a flag on both teams. While they figure that out, let's hit up another one of our sponsors, Grand Ron Hospital. Here in La Grande, or not here in La Grande, but up in La Grande, has started their 90,000 plus square foot surgical expansion to improve their surgical services that they offer to the entire Grand Ronde Valley and Eastern Oregon. You got to check them out. Their wide variety of specialty service that they offer. Go ahead, check them out online, grh.org, Grand Ronde Hospital and Clinic, another one of our wonderful sponsors. Again, without these sponsors,
White, number 44. We have a face mask, White, number 9, White. You're going to take half, the penalty will be half the distance from the goal line, from the 23-yard line. First down, White.
So great explanation by the ref. So the first penalty we saw farther back. That was for a blindside block. And then the penalty on the far side, in case you weren't able to hear, was for a face mask. Both penalties against Madras. So it's going to push them half the distance to the goal. They're going to start with the ball at the 13, maybe 12 and a half. It'll be 1st and 10 there. All right, and Baker again got the 34-14 lead here, and we're just about to end the third quarter. Only 13 seconds left. This is Madras' second possession of the half. Both of these teams have been holding on to the ball for a good chunk of time. We'll see what the Buffs can do here. Again, led by senior quarterback Drew Boyle. Their big running back Johan Paulin behind. Kind of in a bit of a pistol, 4 wide receiver action here. Handoff up the middle, picks up a good chunk, maybe about 5 yards or so. It'll bring up 2nd down, and we will also bring an end to the third quarter. All right, so as we head to the fourth quarter here at Bulldog Memorial Stadium on homecoming night, Baker up 34-14, but the Buffs with possession and the drive. Back after this.
Eastern Oregon's weather can oftentimes seem unpredictable. One minute it'll be raining, then it'll be sunny and wonderful, then snowing and then sunny, then the next it'll be raining cats and dogs, literally. So how do you prepare yourself for such flip-floppy weather? Well, by tuning into EO Live Weather with me, Gabe Curtis, of course, the most accurate weather forecast in all of Eastern Oregon. I'll keep you informed with daily weather updates that can take an in-depth look through the next 7 days. Because if cats and dogs are literally going to fall from the sky, you will want to know. EOA Weather right here on EO Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon, now on Roku.
All right, we're getting right back here, getting set to start the fourth quarter. Just want to hit up a couple of these EO Live TV comments on our Facebook page. Again, if you're watching us either on the Bulldog Facebook page or the EO Live TV, drop us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from, any questions you got. Gus McCoy rooting on the White Buffaloes. Love to hear that. Again, happy we can bring this broadcast to you out there, save you the 4.5-hour trip here, and still get to check out what's going on. Lindsay Spivey Williams, hi Lindsay. She says, let's go Huddy. Yes, Hudson Spike, nickname Huddy. We love Huddy. He's a great guy. And Scott Arnson saying, go Tigers. Stepping in here, a little bit of a, guessing, a little grand fan there, making his mark. Speaking of Mark, Mr. Mark, Dan Mark, asks if the referee has a broken left arm. I have not seen that, but let me keep an eye out for it. I'm assuming he means the white hat. I'll keep a look on that for you, Dan. But again, any questions you guys got, any comments, let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. All right, as we're set to start the fourth quarter, Boyle going to be back to pass for the Tigers. He's got his man over the middle, just a bit high there. He was aiming for senior wide receiver Wade Similink. Sorry about that. Similink. I'm going to get it right by the end of the game. All right, there's the pass again. He was open just a little high. There was a flag down. I missed that one. It looks like, again, another hold on the Buffs. Going to move him back 10 yards, or excuse me, it's going to be half the distance to the goal line. So it looks like they'll have the ball at about the 7 or 8 yard line. When I was talking to the offensive coordinator for the Buffs, Mr. Jerry Shaw, earlier in the game, he was talking to me about this is kind of their challenge they've been facing. They'll move the ball, and then they get a penalty and it sets them back. And then they might get another penalty and it sets them back. And it really kind of stunts these drives that they have. But let's see, 4 wide receivers looking to throw. Ooh, Meyer steps in front of that, and he's going to take it to the house. Malachi Meyer, number 15 for the Bulldogs, steps right in front of Boyle's pass, takes it to the house. Again, check out the replay again. Meyer's going to be 15. He's reading Boyle's eyes. He sees the receiver making out. He's going to step right in front, pick that off, and a short house call of 10 yards. Malachi Meyer there, the touchdown, puts the Bulldogs up 40-14, pending Spike's extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, and Huddy's kick is up and good. So it's going to put the Bulldogs up 42-14 as we have just started the fourth quarter. 11 minutes, 48 seconds still to go here. We'll take a quick 30-second break. Be back for the kickoff after this. Bulldog Memorial Stadium here. Again, you just saw the Roku commercial. Normally, we would be broadcasting there, but if you check out Roku tonight, they got the LeGrand homecoming game there. So, if you're like a couple of our viewers, they have mentioned the enjoyment of being able to watch both games simultaneously, and I think that is the life. All right, a big return here by Poland. Another flag on the play. Again, you can see it kind of to the left there of 77. We'll take a look at the replay, see what the White Hat decides to call. Looks like that's, again, Johan Poland, their running back and kicker on the return. A lot of great blocking there. He's up to the 40-yard line, pending the flag.
On a return, personal foul on number 77 White for a face mask. Will go half the distance or 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, White.
All right, so again there, another one of these penalties that's hurting these White Buffaloes as they try and make their comeback. If you didn't hear it, there was a face mask on the receiving team, so that makes it 15-yard penalty from the 35, I believe, which will set them up at about the 20. Let's make that about the, well, let's see where he puts the ball down. Yeah, we'll be right about the 20. All right, so 1st and 10, White Buffs from the 20. Here on homecoming night for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs kind of hitting their 3-4 defense here. Let's see what they decide to do. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh. Excuse me for my oohing there. The excitement. I saw Myers stepping in front, but then the White Buffalo is able to catch it on the deflection there. Again, Tyler Clarkson, a great catch for Madras. Myers thinks he's got another one, just tips it right to Clarkson. He's able to get up and out of bounds after a nice gain of 8. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. Here on the 28. All right, Buffalo's coming out in a 4-wide receiver set here. Again, Cale White, their big receiver in the slot. Boyle, the quarterback. Poland getting some block. He's got time. He's going to make a little bit of movement, see if he can get anyone open. Decides to run. Able to pick up the first down there. So a nice decision by Drew Boyle. Didn't see anybody down. Instead of trying to force it, he's just like, I'll pick up the first down if you're going to give it to me. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Buffs at the 32. Just under 11 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. As the Buffaloes get set for their next play, let's hit up another one of our wonderful sponsors, one of my favorite places in LeGrand, Tap That Growlers. They're in LeGrand, as I mentioned, and have 40 taps of beer, hard cider, kombucha, and even some brewed root beer. I got to tell you, it's pretty good. With a full menu as well, including brick oven pizza. And the tap also offers an adults-only area. Ooh, Boyle, great pass here. Oh, not quite able to pull that in, but finish up here with Tap That Growlers. Again, they got their own special custom shuffleboard table and an adults-only area. If you want to hit up that lottery, test your luck. They're located on Adams Avenue, 100 Adams Avenue, Suite 1106 in LeGrand. Tap That Growlers. So again, there you saw last pass, Boyle looking for Wade. I'm going to get it right this, Similink. And on that last pass, just in and out. Clock stopped, though. 10 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Ball on the 32, 2nd and 10. Buffaloes come out in the pistol formation here. White to Boyle's right. Similink in motion. Looking to pass. Buffs looking for White. Again, doesn't see it. Going to pull it down. He thinks about running. Gets a handful of yards, 6 yards. So a nice little run there by Boyle. Again, positive yardage. Keep moving around. Check out the replay. Didn't see anyone. Decided to make a little bit happen for himself. Boom. All right, so it's going to bring up about 3rd and maybe a long 5, closer to 6. If you heard the announcer, he said 7. It's definitely not that far. So the Buffs looking to pick up another first down, keep it moving. Get a touchdown on the board here in the 4th quarter. Boyle drops back. Got his man open, hits him. Nice pass and catch there. Again, great catch. Tyler Clarkson, a junior, 5'11", 150. Take a look at the replay. Boyle reads the defense. Clarkson sits down in the zone, hits him. Great play. Out of bounds, clock stopped. Just what you want to see for the White Buffaloes. All right, so they're almost to midfield. Ball at the 48, 1st and 10. You almost want to say if the White Buffaloes can avoid any penalties, they got a great chance of scoring. They're going to go wide receiver screen to Cale White here. Makes a tried to make someone miss. No good there. Tackled by number 13. That's going to be Hudson Spike, the tackle for the Bulldogs. He plays a little bit of defensive back or cornerback, if you will. So a short gain on the play, about 1. We'll bring up 2nd and 9.
No gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to have to disagree with the announcer there. They moved the ball forward just a little bit. So we'll call it 2nd and 9 here. Buffs come out in a 4 wide receiver set. Paulin behind Boyle. Going to roll to his right. He's got a couple. Ooh, not much open. Oh, no, looking for his running back. Paulin doesn't see him. Or excuse me, wasn't able to connect. So that'll bring up 3rd down. Again, nice for Boyle there. Avoid the sack, even though he wasn't able to get the completion. We know this offense can pick up 10 yards on a play, no problem. That's what they'll be looking to do here. The Bulldogs, if you're them, defensively, you're just trying to keep everything in front. You want to avoid any big plays. Make them, if they are going to score a touchdown, drive down the field, use up some of that clock. We are under 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter here. All right, 4 wide receiver set. Boyle looking to pass. Quick hit, looking for his receiver, Cale White. I think that might have bounced. Yep, looks like it bounced. So it'll bring up 4th now and a long 9. There's some confusion now from the refs. I think one might have thought it was a catch, but there we go. Yep, so incomplete.
And 10. As a reminder, after tonight's game, there will be a 5th quarter party at the Family Life Center of the Nazarene Church. All middle and high schools are welcome. All middle and high schoolers are welcome. Free pizza, snacks, and games. 4th down.
All right, so the Buffs come out here, 4th and 10, looking to get that 10 yards, keep the drive alive. Fakes the swing pass. Boyle running up the middle. He's got it. Oh, he's got a first down. Nice run there by Drew Boyle. Puts his head down, picks up the first down after a gain of 12. Nicely done there by the quarterback. Again, they fake the outside screen, get the defense to move. Look at that defense move. And he runs right up the middle. Great play call there by the offensive coordinator for the Buffs. Keeps the drive alive. Just about 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. 41-14 is our score. And while we're waiting for the Buffs here to run their next play, let's hit up another one of our wonderful sponsors, B&K Auto Salvage, Grand Ronde Valley's only full-service auto recycling yard, offering both domestic and foreign auto parts. Got to contact them for all your used auto part needs and even some scrap metal removal. They got locations both in LeGrand and Baker City. B&K Auto Salvage. All right, the Buffs here. Boyle not really seeing anyone downfield. Holds on to it instead of forcing it.
By number 59, David Shaw.
Ends up getting taken down for about a loss of maybe a half yard. if you're the scorekeeper there for the Bulldogs, you're going to credit David Shaw, 59, their big senior leader. He is their captain, both emotionally and physically. In the weight room, the kid's a beast. Emotionally, he carries this team, gets them fired up. You see him there on the near side, 59, David Shaw. All right, Buffs coming out in a 5 wide receiver set. Boyle in the backfield by himself. Going across the middle, he's got his man just through Cale White's hands, and that might have been knocked away there at the last second by Spike. He may have gotten a hand in there, and that's why White was unable to hold it in. Let's see here. We check out the replay. 5 wide receivers. White's in the center of the screen there, coming up the middle. Couldn't quite see there, but Cale White has been tremendous all evening, both rushing and receiving, and even in the kick return game. He's come off the field here. He looks a little shaken up. Nothing serious, though. He's just kind of walking it off, so don't worry about that. We'll see what the Buffs here do. 3rd and 10 now. Quick pass, trying to pick up half the yardage. What a gun there by Boyle. Nice arm. Threw that in and really stuck it to his receiver there, number 24, Aiden Holcomb. Another senior, so senior connection there. Holcomb, 5'10", 157. Going to bring up 4th and 1. They didn't give him the spot there. I thought they may have given him the first down. All right, so we'll see what the Buffs do to keep their drive going. About 6.5 minutes here to go in the 3rd quarter. Coming out in a 5 wide set. Again, wouldn't be surprised to see Drew Boyle run it up the middle here. We'll see what he decides to do. 4th and short. Yep, quarterback draw. He's got it, no problem. And Boyle tries to bounce it outside, through a couple blocks, and lays a hit on Caden Garvin as Garvin pulls him down. Drew Boyle having himself a game.
First down, Madras.
So it looks like they're going to spot the ball at about the 19. It'll be 1st and 10 there. Right at 6 minutes now to go in the 4th quarter. Again, the Bulldogs up 41-14. We had a lot of points scored in the first half. It's been a much slower second half here. The Bulldogs, in case you missed it, put up 21 points in the first quarter. Then they only had the ball for 1 minute for their time of possession in the second quarter, but were able to score 1 touchdown in that short alignment. Ooh, interesting formation here. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Boyle tries to hit Holcomb. Couldn't make the connection there. Tate Powell on the coverage for the Bulldogs. There's White. You see number 2, Cale White, coming back into the game. We love to see that. I'm sure Boyle's happy to have him back there. Again, both of these seniors, you can tell they're really the heart and soul of this Buffs team, both offensively and defensively, both having a great game here. All right. We'll see what Boyle decides to do. I saw a little comment made there to Cale White up at the top. He's number 2 at the top of the screen. I wouldn't be surprised him to look that way. Nope, he's rolling right. Yep, he's going to throw it back to White, try and make something happen. He's got a catch in the end zone. There is a flag, though, on the play. They're calling it a touchdown in the end zone. A beautiful play there, Cale White on the far side, but a flag might be in the area of holding. We'll see if that comes back. Listen to the white hat here.
Holding, number 65, White of the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 2nd down.
So again, there another penalty takes 7 points off the board for the Buffs, and that really has been the story of the game here. On their possessions where they haven't had any penalties, they've been able to put the ball in the end zone. But after those first 2 scores, they've just been struggling. Even 1 penalty a drive, especially a holding, 10 yards, can really, at the high school level, cause some problems. But we'll see what they decide to do. Boyle here. Again, White at the top of the screen, in case you're looking. He's going that way. They're doing the same play. Cale White looking to bring it in. Blocked and knocked down by the Bulldogs. Hudson Spike, number 13. He was not going to let that happen again.
Defended by Spike.
So that'll bring the Buffs back to the 30. It'll be 3rd and 20 now. I guess they're on the 29. 5 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. And while it might not seem that Madras is going to be able to pull this one off, you know the coach is looking to punch in a touchdown here at the end, get some momentum. as they move on to their next game. The Buffaloes are going to host, it'll be their final home game of the season. Next week, they host the Dalles Riverhawks, who the Bulldogs played last week. So 4 wide receiver set here. Again, White to the top of the screen. Boyle looking near side now. Overthrows, intercepted by number 8, Rashawn Jones. Ooh, tries to run right through Boyle. Great, there we go. Pushed him out of bounds, finally at the 46-yard line. Again, Rashawn Jones, the safety. You'll see him, ball just over the receiver's head. Jones jumps up, makes the catch. Nice return up to the 45, running through tackles. You see Boyle there, the senior quarterback, trying to hold on to Jones before he's pushed out of bounds. So another great play by the Baker defense here. We'll see what they decide to do with 5:13 to go in the fourth. So back to a 3 wide receiver set. Powell the tight end, Spike the near side, Meyer, and then Jones the far side. Garvin the running back. Handed up to Garvin up the middle. Tries to bounce it outside. Stiff arm. Nope. Great tackle there made by the Buffaloes. Again, Cale White having himself a game. Looks like an injury there. Is that Garvin? You don't want to see that if you're the Bulldogs here in the fourth quarter. I think that's Garvin. Oh, it looks like it's just a cramp. I see Meyer, his wide receiver, looks to be stretching his leg. So we hope that's all it is. Let's see. We still got 5 minutes here. Let's take a quick... Oh, he's already coming off the field. So they'll be back to start here. Again, I think that was just a cramp for Garvin. You see him there limping off. Again, you never want to see anybody get hurt here. So far tonight, fingers crossed, knock on wood, whatever you need to do. We have not seen any injuries so far. All right, so we're getting back here while the Bulldogs are getting ready for their 2nd and 9 here. Just under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Spike the near side, Meyer in the slot. Hobson's going to hand it off to Powell on the trap. Again, Powell, we know, gets a few of these steps. He's got some room. Tate Powell sees a hole and bumbling down inside the 35 to the 34. Again, senior Tate Powell plays a little bit of tight end, a little bit of a running back, loves this trap play. Meyer the block, Spike the block, Powell, boom. Finally brought down there by Boyle and Poland. Under 4.5 now to go for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10, 34-yard line here. They're going to 4 wide set. Now in the backfield now, Sage Joseph. He's a sophomore running back. He's got a great head of hair. He gets the ball up the middle. Oh, that might have been a fumble. I think that came out. Yes, it did, and it's going to be Madras possession. They're going to take over on the 30 after the turnover. The fumble by the Bulldogs will give it back to the Buffaloes while they're setting up 1st and 10. Let's hit up another one of our sponsors, Rock & Sons. They have 50 years of experience. You can't beat that. Providing quality tires and automotive services. And trust me, they pride themselves on being there for their customers, whether day or night. They're a Napa Auto Care Center. Gotta love that. And they provide 25-hour towing. They're located in LeGrand on the east end of Adams Avenue, 2304. Go check out JB and the boys. They got you covered. Any sort of tire needs. Okay, back to the action here. Again, 4 minutes to go now, the Buffs. Looking to get that touchdown. A little play action. Not seeing anything. Ooh, big hit there on the quarterback. Yeah, that's a flag. Not surprised there. Take a look at the replay here. It's going to be called on 50, Isaac Cleveland. Again, Buffs not really sure what to do, and then Cleveland hits him in the head there, so it'll be a... The white hat there, forgot his mic was on. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty, an automatic 1st down for the Buffs. Boyle, you can see there, number 9, getting checked out, making sure everything's okay. The Buffs are going to take a timeout.
Madras.
Again, they're going through every sort of test just to make sure he's okay. Let's take a quick timeout with them. We'll be back right after this to Bulldog Memorial Stadium.
Want to keep yourself informed with relevant news and events in Eastern Oregon but don't have much time on your hands? Well, here on EOA Live, we pay attention to what's happening in Eastern Oregon and deliver the news in 2 minutes or less on our evening news roundup. You can expect to get your news delivered right to your Facebook and Instagram feed every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. We'll keep you in tune with Eastern Oregon, and you can count on that. EOA Live, your connection to East.
All right, so we're back here as teams are getting set to come back on the field. I don't believe Boyle is going to be coming back out. He is not. Okay, so again, he's standing on the sideline, seems okay, but again, probably just a precaution. So it looks like Cale White, number 2, is going to take over at quarterback for the Buffs. He's going to run it up the middle. Looks like he's got enough for the first down as he crosses the 40. Just under 4 minutes now to go in the fourth quarter. And did they give him the first down there? Yes, they did. Okay, there goes the change. So the Buffs pick up the first down. Again,
First down, White Buffaloes.
any Madras fans out there, what they're hoping for is let's put a touchdown on the board here before the end of the game. Get some momentum going for next week. Again, Boyle on the sideline. He's just sitting down, getting checked out by their athletic trainer. Seems to be okay, just having a conversation. We'll keep an eye on him and get you posted. So White in the backfield now. Looks like he's running kind of the speed option there. Gets some great blocks. White upfield, lays a hit, and out of bounds after it looks like a gain of 7. So a nice run there by Cale White.
Tackled by Spike. Second and
Pushed out of bounds there. You see on the replay, I think that was Sage Joseph there. Nope, Hudson Spike. My mistake there. Spike pushes him out. Just a couple of people chiming in on EOA Live TV and Bulldog Nation. Want to say a quick thanks. Lindsay out there, thank you again. Janine Collins, talking about having a great game, both to watch and a great job filming. Thank you so much. We are glad to be able to bring this to everybody wherever you are located. White here on the carry, going to be brought down by Shaw. In the backfield, again, the big man, David Shaw, number 59. Going to bring him down after after a loss of 6. So we're going to go 3rd and 10 now for the Buffs. We also want to thank watching on the Bulldog Nation page, Heidi Martin saying go Bulldogs from Neva Martin. Yes, thank you guys both so much for tuning in. And thank you all of you out there for tuning in tonight.
that tackle was by number 59, David Shaw.
Again, my name is Jesse Taub. It's been a pleasure to be with you. I will also be with you for the Bulldogs' final home game in 2 weeks. More on that here in a moment as the Buffs hand it off the middle. They're going to pick up about a gain of 3. We're about 1.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So the Bulldogs look like they're going to push their record to 4-2 on the season. Again, that's going to be big trying to get into postseason play. Next week, the Bulldogs head to Crook County. Again, Central Oregon team, kind of the, how I would say this, the rival, excuse me, I don't know why I couldn't think of that, the rival of these White Buffaloes. So they'll head to Crook County. They're playing at Crook County next week, and then the home finale versus Pendleton. That'll be a really good game here in 2 weeks. I will be here with you for that game. Bulldogs again, David Shaw making people or making some chaos there in the backfield. So that's going to turn the ball over on downs. Bulldogs will take over. 51.7 seconds left in the game. They're up 41-14. Let's just quick mention another one of our wonderful sponsors here, Rock & Sons. They have 50 years of experience providing quality tires and automotive services. And trust me, they pride themselves on being there for their customers day or night. Napa Auto Care Center providing 25-hour towing east end of La Grande. And while we're waiting,
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Madras bench. We're
So if you heard the refs there, unsportsmanlike penalty called on the Madras bench there. Shouldn't play too much of a role in the outcome of this game. It'll be 15 yards. Want to hit up our final sponsor here as we're getting ready to end the night. Carpet One Floor and Home. The best thing about them is they have 3 locations, whether you're in La Grande, Baker City, or even up in Wallowa County in Enterprise. They've been there for 24 years, and they feature Englander mattresses made right here in Oregon, some natural latex, and even copper-infused supportive comfort. I know we could all use another mattress, so if that's the case, check them out. Carpet One Floor and Home. Stores in Baker City, La Grande, and Enterprise. All right, the clock is running, 30 seconds to go. Hobson looks like he's just going to take a knee, and he will, and that should do it tonight from Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium. The Bulldogs are going to take the win, 41-14. Again, that's going to move them to 5-2 on the year. They're going to be away next week at Crook County, but in 2 weeks, we'll be right back here. I'll be here if you're able to make it. They're taking on Pendleton, Nikiawe. Pendleton, a great football program, and another year for them putting together some great offense. So that should be a fun one as well. The Madras White Buffaloes, they're going to be at home taking on the Dalles Riverhawks before traveling at Crook County, their final game. Again, that's kind of their rivalry. They'll be looking to even up the schedule at 4-4 and then make it 5-4, and that gives them a shot at some postseason action. So again, you see here out in front, one of my favorite parts of the game, both teams congratulating each other. Again, just a last-minute update on Boyle. He seemed to be okay. Again, I think they were mostly keeping him out for precautionary reasons, so we'd like to see that. He's out on the field shaking hands with everyone as well. Other than that, the Bulldogs are pretty excited about their homecoming victory here. They're going to go on 5-2, looking to defeat Crook County next weekend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Bulldogs there on the far side giving the salute to their fans. Again, I can't thank you enough for joining us here on EOA Alive TV, or whether you're joining us on Bulldog Nation or on YouTube. We certainly appreciate it. We hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you back here in 2 weeks. Again, your final score, Bulldogs 41, Madras White Buffaloes 14. We'll say goodnight here from homecoming night at Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium. Thank you so much. We'll see you in 2 weeks.